Hey guys, how are ya? It is 10 o'clock here. Alright. How's everybody doing? I'm from Costa Rica. That's good. Mr. Ethiopian Superpower. This is our Discord here. I'll link that later. Let me try something real quick. How's everyone doing tonight? Just open up the chat here. There we go. Sorry, I was just setting everything up. Let's see. France is good in game. Yeah, France is a good starting country, I think. It's a good place to start off with if you don't have any nations unlocked. Today, we released our Boshin War DLC, which is pretty cool. So you can do Japanese-themed scenario battles. You can play as Japan and the Shogunate and the Imperial Court in multiplayer. And you have got 2 new Boshin War-themed campaigns. Well, technically, this one's an alternate history invasion of Japan by the Europeans. So yeah, you get 2 new campaigns, and they're playable from either side, so that's 4 different perspectives in total. So that's pretty good. Yeah, so Japan's fun. I can show you how they look in-game. I did want to ask, though, what would you guys rather see tonight? Do you want me to do a quick run-through of how the game works, and then also explain the campaign mode? I was watching a live stream of someone play, and they did not understand the the campaign mode, so I almost want to show that off and give you guys some tricks. I can do the same thing with the battles and show you some tricks with the battles that people aren't going to know, that if you're playing online, you can try to get the upper hand on. And so I can do those, or I can just jump in on quick match and just kind of explain what I'm doing there. Based on how my friends have underperformed, I think a short segment on how to play more aggressively would be necessary. Gotcha. Fire Maneuver says it's going to take a year to update. That's more of an issue with Steam. So Steam's going to give you these random timelines for how long updates are going to take. It's not going to take a year, but it just might mean your internet at that moment that it was doing the calculation had to drop. So I would just give it a little bit, maybe restart Steam if you need to. And so do you guys prefer just hopping into quick matches, or do you want to see something a little more in-depth? Or the last option would be checking out the campaign mode. So I'll put up a poll, and we'll do, start a poll. What do you guys want to see? And we'll say learn while quick match. We'll do learn while in solo match, and then we'll do online, and then we'll do multiplayer, or I'm sorry, campaign. So those are your 3 options there. I know, and a lot of the reviews say, a lot of these guys are just, I know one of our recent negative reviews was upset that other units could fire further than him, and he didn't understand why. And that's just a misunderstanding of how the game works, and not necessarily that the game's bad. So we're getting either people are frustrated, or they can leave negative reviews about it if they don't understand the game. So I figured it'd just be a good opportunity, because I know we didn't do a great job with our tutorial. We didn't have a lot of time to flesh a really good tutorial out, and that's more my fault. But I figure I can just take the opportunity to show you guys some things that might seem initially frustrating, but once you learn it, you can have a better grasp on it. So let's see where the poll results are. It looks like we've got learn campaign, and then we've got quick matches. So what we're going to do, and I'll let, there's 200 people here. You guys can continue voting. What I'm thinking is, now once it hits 100 votes, then I will end the poll. So we got 60 votes and 188 people. If we can get 40 more votes, then I will end that poll. and we'll do multiple things. So if you think you'd be bored by campaign, then I will also do quick matches later. Someone's recommending or asking about optimizing the game. I think we've got some decent ideas for optimization. Nothing crazy. We're not going to be able to do anything crazy, but I have some ideas on toning down post-processing, because right now you can only go high or low. My recommendation, though, for you guys, if you want the best performance, here's the tricks. First of all, texture and graphics, you can lower these. They don't actually do that much. These don't actually impact your FPS too much, but these will help. The second thing is definitely take the unit size and bump it to low. This just means a third of the amount of sprites are going to load, and that's going to give you the best performance in the game. The next thing, post-processing will help a little, move that to low. The biggest other thing you can do is turn off shadows. You're going to earn like 10 or 20 FPS depending on your computer if you just turn off shadows. So I even always have shadows off. It's a 3D game using 2D sprites, and 2D sprites aren't the most optimized just in general, and especially for our game, especially because there's so much variation with these sprites. And so the more sprites you add, the lower FPS you're going to have. Shadows create a new sprite on every single sprite. So that can be that can really hurt your FPS. So definitely turn the shadows off, get your unit size on low, and so on. Okay, so the top suggestion is to learn campaign. So we'll jump into a campaign. What do you guys want to see? We've got the Crimean War, the Caucasus Theater, Franco-Prussian, Austro-Prussian, Civil War, and Japan. Which of these 4 categories do you guys think? I'll jump into a campaign real quick, and we'll do half the stream, we'll do a campaign, and I'll try to answer your guys' questions. We'll hang out. And then the other half, I'll play against you guys. So if you think it's a little boring, you already know the campaign, just hang in there. Toward the end of the stream, I'll probably jump and do some quick matches against you guys, and we can play. So a lot of people are saying Japan, European invasion. Okay. Split between the Civil War and Japan. I would like to do Japan because it's brand new. This is our new DLC. And if we did the European invasion of Japan, do you guys want to see the European start or the Japanese start? What do you prefer? I think it would be cool to show this one. This one's a little tough, this campaign. I've never done a full playthrough as extensively as the other ones. We've got 2 votes for Japan, 3 votes for Japan, 4 votes. Okay, yeah, we'll do Japan. I think it's mostly on Japan. Japanese start. Okay. We're going to max out the difficulty and max out the battle difficulty. I recommend playing like this. I recommend this is the way you play, on the hardest difficulty. All right, and it got even harder with the recent patch we did today. But that's what I recommend. So we'll start this. I've done a European-oriented playthrough, but I haven't done much playtesting with the Japanese. So today will be another playtesting session. We'll treat it. And if we find any issues, then we can do some balance changes. This is alternate history hub, by the way.
Of our coastal defenses during the Shimonoseki campaign has left our nation humiliated and threatened. In response, we have taken measures to protect our interests, seizing European merchant vessels and disrupting their trade. Now the European powers have united against us, launching a full-scale invasion.
So that was voice acting by Alternate History Hub. He hopped in to do some help there with the voice acting. Someone's saying they had an issue where their AI units, their AI reinforcements, were shooting each other. There is a little bug where that can happen if reinforcements come in, and it is a crappy bug to have in the game. We're working on fixing that ASAP. We tried putting out a patch late tonight that addressed some of it, but I don't know if it fully fixed it. So we'll figure it out tonight. Yeah, let me turn down the music even further. Yeah, there. So you got 4 map modes that you can go on. We can see the political map mode is where all the Europeans have landed. So they have a little strip of land. Nothing holding this area over here. Is that right? Let's see. Okay, yeah. They have a little strip of land over there. We have 1 tiny core, the Satsuma, in the bottom left over here. And they've also landed 2 American core. They've got French core as well. And then the worst part is you look up north and you're not safe because the Russians have also invaded from the north. And so you've got 4 different entry points that the Europeans are coming from. This objective is entirely undefended. Hakodate. We have no core up here that can stop it. So they're just going to take it. The next line of defense, I think, is a fort right here. We can see a castle. And so we can click this panel here, and it shows there's a fort level 3. And forts have kind of a zone of control. And so our best bet would be taking the nearest unit, which would be the Aizu, and moving them up to try to hold that fort. Okay? So you're going to left-click a unit and right-click to move. Simple as that. I have no idea how to play this game, but I'm entertained. Okay, that's good to hear. Well, I'm teaching you. At the top of the screen, these are really important. These are like your notifications. So you can see your units are cut off from supply. This is one of the biggest things I notice players not see. If there is a red skull, it means you're not getting supply, and this unit is just going to die when you end your turn. So what we want to do is we're probably going to move up. We'll probably station ourselves in these 2 forts to hold off the Russians while we sweep this, while we get this situation under control first. To my understanding, the main HQ is going to be Shimonoseki. This is where reinforcements are going to be called in. So there are no additional reinforcements going to be called in from over here. So as long as we deal with this threat and then we can sweep up north, then we're going to be fine. And that's just for this campaign. To fix the supply issue, we're going to look at our supply, and we'll notice we have these dead spots where our supply is just not going through. That's because HQ will distribute supply in a radius, but notice as it goes through the mountains, it kind of loses that supply. And then we pick up another supply because there's another HQ right here. Okay, and then our cities will generate a very little amount of supply around them. So cities are kind of okay, HQs give you a lot of supply, and then you've got these dead zones, and to fix that, you just build a depot, and look at that. So that supply depot just fixed those issues there. And so that's what you want to do to fix that. You have a terrain map mode too. I don't really use this too often, but it just kind of shows you a lot of Japan is mountainous, which means you're just going to be moving very slow in this campaign. The mountain areas made the campaign way longer. Yeah, for sure. It definitely slows it down a bit. Yep, and then those are your 4 map modes. And so we also can select a military policy. We have hospitals, telegraphs, railroads. Why is there a little bug in my face? Do I have my window open? I might have a window open. Give me 1 second. I got a fly in my face. Where's that bug coming from? Because I already killed one today. I got another one flying in my face. All right. Griffin Johnson, can you say sus among us for my birthday? Yeah, man. Sus among us. There you go. You can clip that. You can record it. Do what you want with it. Okay. So we have to pick a policy. I recommend that we don't do doctrine first. Doctrine here, this will open 3 options for you. I'd probably do like mobile warfare because Japan's so slow getting the extra movement speed, which will get you, that gives you supply. Yeah, increases max movement speed. That would honestly be good. So that's why I picked mobile warfare in Japan. You can select 1 policy at a time. And telegraphs make your research faster. Hospitals reduce casualties. Railroads make recruitment faster. And then furlough is going to help your war enthusiasm. And war enthusiasm up here boosts your economy. So it's good to have good enthusiasm. If your troops are crying because you're not giving them furlough, then that's going to hurt your economy and your manpower. Spirit rations also do the same thing, but spirit rations hurt your experience gain. And so if I click on a core here, you can right-click on any unit to see their experience, which is currently 0, and you can upgrade them. You can give them manual upgrades on a skill tree. Okay, so if you get them too drunk, if you give them extensive or surplus spirit rations, they are not going to learn as well. Right now, our troops are dry. They do not have any spirit rations. It saves us a little money, but it makes them a little sad. So, but I'd rather keep it that way, honestly, because I do want to get experience. Foraging helps for lowering attrition. I would say foraging is better for maps that have a lot of sieges. In this game, in this campaign, I don't think we have a lot of sieges, but foraging is going to reduce attrition rates by... Actually, this one will. Yeah, minus 5% attrition to go in active foraging. And that is going to help you with bombardments on sieges. It'll make the sieges less deadly, and so will hospitals. So hospitals and foraging, so guys can get supplies and have hospitals, that is going to make sieging better. What I would recommend for you guys, for this campaign in particular, if there's not a lot of sieges, because the Europeans don't hold that many locations, then I'd pick up telegraphs as an early investment. It's 4 turns to grab, but once it's researched, it makes all of your research 1 turn faster. So it's kind of an early investment to get everything up faster. So I'd probably put up some telegraph lines first. Either that or go railroads. This one makes your recruitment faster, which in this case, I may actually switch to that one. because we have no troops to hold back this invasion. So I might grab railroads to start getting troops mobilized. So we'll do that, and then maybe we do telegraphs afterwards. And I won't do a full playthrough of the campaign. Maybe we'll save that for another time. But I just want to show you guys how this works. The Americans here are actually out of supply. We don't want to let them link up. If we actually hold Hiroshima, then I don't know if we can hold that for long. But if we do hold it, then these guys are going to die from a lack of supply. There's no port at Bitchu. So we can also take the Edo Guard and the Kyoto Guard and move them up there at Toba-Fushimi. Ueno is left undefended. That's going to be tough. Yeah, this is actually really tough. Okay, Satsuma, we want to move up as well. Tosa domain, where can I go? Maybe we go to the right and start holding up. Yeah, these Europeans, they're going to take a lot of land. So just expect that. We have a little bit of money left over. I recommend clicking objectives and upgrading them. But only upgrade stuff that you think you can hold on to. So Toba-Fushimi, I think I can hold. What else? We can't hold Ueno. Uguni, I think I can hold this one, so we'll upgrade that as well. And we've got $100 left, that's it. We didn't recruit anybody, but that's all right, we're waiting on railroads. We can call in reinforcements. We've got the Imperial reinforcements and Shogunate. I like the Shogunate better, but Imperial... I like the Shogunate better. So this is going to take... Oh, I can't afford it because we need 15 influence. 15 influence, and we have 5, so we have to wait till the next turn. So we will end the next turn and see what happens here. Yeah, Americans built a supply cache, and they're moving up. They've got Hiroshima surrounded. We've got exhaustion, and I think exhaustion, due to long marches and bad transportation, this is if you don't have railroads, you get exhaustion. Or you have a higher chance of getting this event. So increases recruitment time by 1 for 3 turns. I'd rather lose the war enthusiasm. That is a really crappy event. So we have like no enthusiasm, and that means all of our cities produce less, but we have plenty of money because our army is very small. We could move in and grab this cash. Look at that. We stole the cash. They're going to counterattack us. We have like 2 units fighting the whole European army. I'd recommend just to bleed these guys. I'm going to try to fight this. And if I get wiped out, well... damn, this is tough. This is on the hardest difficulty. I could try to fight this. We'll see what happens. This campaign's probably the hardest in the game, especially if you play it on hard. So we will see. Yeah, I've got 2 units against... Okay, we just need to camp. So we've got efficiency and shock. Shock's not going to help us because I do not want to charge in. Efficiency could help us if we want to run circles around the enemy. We're definitely going to lose this, but I'm just going to kill as many as I can. And what's nice is you can use this fast forward button to just blitz through the turns. I might even just rush up and try to knock that group out on the left first. Okay, can I knock him out? Can I run up, form line, and shoot? Run up, and there. What's he going to do? Oh, he anticipated that. All right, we only did 1 damage. We want to knock out these units as quickly as possible. These guys are on their way. It's quite scary, actually. Here's what I'm thinking. Shoot and shoot. And eventually we'll get him onto the hill and then charge into that. And just try to knock that out. And we can see the enemies coming from the right. That unit will get knocked out. 1 more shot and it's dead. Turn. That cavalry's going to move up. And then we're going to move here. Okay, and that unit is gone. Good. Cavalry's there. Yep, we shot it. So what I just did there, I know I'm fast-forwarding through the turns really quickly. What I did there is I knew that they were going to move that cavalry up, so I clicked him and used fire at will. And that basically places an automatic shooting over anybody who comes into range. So I didn't know when the cavalry was going to come in, but by putting out on fire at will, I just knew I'd get a free shot when they came in. So anytime you have... what's it called? Anytime you have orders left over, you want to put them on fire at will. We're going to move and shoot, and then move onto the hill. And I can hit Control-Z to undo an order, so that's also quite quick. So the hotkeys, F to shoot, right-click to move, Control-Z to undo an order. That makes everything a lot faster. All right. Open order does less damage, but you receive less damage too. And line, you do more damage, but you deal more damage. So open order kind of slows down combat if it's if you want like a skirmish with the enemy. So you can see there the enemy cavalry kind of ran around me. They knew I was going to shoot at them, so they wanted to jump around. All right, so I can jump back and shoot, and then turn and shoot and see if we can get a shot. Okay, they didn't prioritize the cavalry because they're setting up artillery, which is equally as scary. They think that is going to be a better investment. Yep, and they suppress the infantry. I got a side hit on the cavalry. They move up. Oh, and I should be able to finish them off here. They thought they were being sneaky. And we've got a shot coming in right here. There we go, and the cavalry is routed. So to go into cinematic mode, you can hit Shift-C. And then we can kind of see what's going on here. So we got these Federals in Japanese soil. All right. So the next thing I might want to do, I've got efficiency on these units, and that means I can move and change formation on the same turn. So watch this. I would recommend getting to know the number keys, because watch, 5 for column, 4 attack column, 2 for open order, 1 is line. So I could tap 5 and then move that quickly, and then Control-Z if I want to undo it. So the hotkeys are very helpful. They've got all rifles on their troops. Where do I want to focus? That artillery is going to be killing me. I can move and then face this way so I don't expose my rear to the artillery. And then move up and go on fire at will, I guess. I don't have many good moves here. We'll fast forward here. Here we got suppressed again. And then the enemy's kind of forming a battle line. We'll start to move out of the way of this artillery. We do have rifles ourselves. And we're on fire at will in case they attack us. They fired a volley at us. I'm thinking of, like, trying to storm one of these units. He has shock, so he does extra damage in melee. So I'm going to put him into an attack column. And attack columns give you +1 movement and +1 attack. So you get +1 movement, +1 charge attack, in addition to your +2 charge attack. So now suddenly these guys are really good at a charge. And these guys have rifles and mobility. So I can quickly jump formation and move, which is helpful, while these guys charge. So I'm going to just move up and just skirmish for now. Okay. And they move their cavalry up. I think maybe we want to knock out that other cavalry first. Move into the front line and shoot. Okay, you tap F and you can bring up your shooting range. I'll take the reserve line, move them up, and then shoot like that. So you see I'm kind of falling back, taking the reserves, swinging them out, and then firing at the cavalry. And we're trying to knock that out before we take on the bulk of their forces. I don't know how well it's going to work, but... And their artillery is really becoming an issue, and they're moving it very close. Which is actually good, because artillery can be vulnerable. So we got a nice hit on the cavalry. We did extra damage because they're horses, so they just take more damage. And then we have our attack column also firing. We did get hit over here, but we're going to restore this cohesion. This is a red bar, or the blue bar. If we're bordering no enemies, oh my god. How the hell did he just knock that unit out in a single shot? I guess we had no cohesion, 4 HP left. He did 1 shot in the rear and it was gone. Okay, yeah. The chance of us winning this battle was already pretty low. Okay, so I think the last thing we want to do is... Damn, that was a lucky shot. That like ended us with that shot. Basically, what they did to show you what happened there, because that was a correct calculation, they hit me in the front and removed my blue bar, which is the cohesion. So if you see the blue outer ring, that is your cohesion, which acts kind of like a shield. Once the cohesion is broken, all of your hit points are now ready for permanent damage. So you break the cohesion, and if you get hit again, troops are going to start dying or running away. Okay? You can regain your cohesion by not being adjacent to an enemy. So notice there are no adjacent tiles. I would regain this yellow point of cohesion. What else? But yeah, so I lost my cohesion. A guy walked up on a hill and then shot me in the rear for 2 base damage plus 2 because he hit me in the back, and my guy was just dead because I only had 4 hit points. Since I'm already going to lose, I'm just going to try to knock out their most expensive unit, which is their artillery. Like that. And they fired into the melee, and we both killed each other, and that's defeat. At least I killed 50% of their forces with only 2 units. I think my core is going to be wiped out, though, because I don't have hospitals. Oh, no, it survived. Okay. Tosa Domain survived with 1 unit. That's nice. We do need to start recruiting, though. So we need to go into the Satsuma Domain. We're cut off from our HQ. How come that's the case? We have no supply getting through. There's no connection built up to our HQ, so we can't get Satsuma. What we could do is build a depot down here. That should... Now it's all green, so that means I should be able to get recruitment. Oh, I can't. I guess because... it has to go through the water here. I'm not sure. I forget the reasoning behind that. I think this guy's just too far away. We need to get him off this island. We need to get him off the island so we can start recruiting with him. They're going to take Gifu, and that's fine. We're going to consolidate these two armies. And so what you can do is use this button called Merge, and you can click on the other unit that you want to merge with. And then, look at that. We can start forming a bigger force. We have a lot of infantry and cavalry there. There we go. Now we have one large force. And we're going to call this... What do you guys want to name this corps? So you can actually rename these. We can call it... I don't know. You guys can think of a name. What are you thinking? And by the way, this is a new DLC for the Boshin War. You can find it on our store page. So I'll link our store page in the chat here. Okay, and then you have the Boshin War, which is on sale right there. And then this will get you the Japanese factions. I see someone says Weeb Express or Uwu Brigade. That's funny. Among Us Guard. Okay, all right, we'll name it the Among Us Guard. That one seems to be the most popular. There you go. All right, so the Among Us Guard is holding Toba-Fushimi. We can also upgrade our weapons, which I'd recommend. Damn, we can only get rifles. That is rough. Okay, so we would grab probably one rifle there because we don't have much money. I'd probably upgrade another objective to just get more money rolling in, like that, and then use the rest of the money. The Russians are going to be... They built a cache, and they will be coming down. And we're going to want to get more units here. This could be like a shock force, and then these guys can be Aizu. We've got 300 points left. Can we recruit here at all? We can recruit a little bit. Regular line infantry would be nice, and then that is all of our money. So we just want to get the recruitment going, and our rail transportation is also on the way. Yeah, and then you could see they were bombing our fort there. We lost one of our objectives. We can get more manpower. I'd instantly finish the research, though, because look at that. Now our railroads are complete. So by losing the objective, it sped up our military research, and they just called in their next corps. There's the next corps coming in. So that's dangerous. Yeah, lots of armies here. This guy, I can put him into retreat. Can I get him? No, I can't. I'm going to just fall him back there. And then I will try to take on this French army, the French Expeditionary Force there. Okay. And how are the Russians doing? They're, yeah, slow. They're going to be really slow. I can move one army up to go meet them, and then have this army, the Sendai, move down. And then with our next policy, we want to grab telegraphs, I'd probably say. And then we can do another wave of recruitment now that we get the recruitment speed bonus. I'm not going to recruit anything expensive because this corps is already on the brink of death. Just in case it gets wiped out. Shinsengumi are pretty good. And then the Among Us Guard. We can get some artillery in here because we really don't have many. Wooden cannons are nice and cheap. Only 3 turns to get those. If we just get a ton of artillery, that would be great. Just a whole ton of artillery. There we go. So 4 artillery in 3 turns. That would be nice. And then can we still not recruit from him? Let's try to move him up further. We just need to get him closer to our HQ. And how's he doing? We can get more recruits. He's definitely cut off from HQ fully. So this guy's just holding Hiroshima as much as he can. Do you guys have any other questions, specifically of what you're watching or anything I'm talking about? Do you want to see me continue, or do you want me to move over to quick matches? What do you guys think? And they're bombing our forts right now. We lost another objective. Probably finish this next research. It's giving us free research. The more momentum they get, the more research we get. So we get a lot of people saying continue. We got 1 for quick match, more for continue. All right, we'll continue on. This is... I can cancel the attack because it's an interception. I'm intercepting an American skirmish force, though, so don't be deceived by the bar here, okay? So notice they have got a big corps coming in. The U.S. intervention force would be a reinforcement. They put a scouting force ahead with 1 cavalry and 2 infantry, judging by those chips. I have 3 infantry, so we can knock that force out before the reinforcements have time to arrive. So we're going to fight that and knock them out. How long do you think you will fix bugs? 1 or 2 weeks? We have been doing patches every day since the release. As far as when the game will be the most stable, I'd give it 30 days, so 1 full month for the most stability. If you are a little frustrated by some of the bugs and, you know, you're expecting a little bit of a cleaner experience, maybe I'd wait up to 1 week. 1 week for that. If you want no bugs at all, or very little as possible, I'd wait 1 month. And if you just want to jump in and you can tolerate a few bugs here and there, then you can jump in even as soon as today. So that's what I would say. As far as the timing of the release, if you think the game was released, I don't think the game was released too early, to be honest, because I have nothing else to add. The only thing we have to fix are just some of the bugs in battles and campaign. It's just bugs. And none of them are game-breaking at the moment. You do have a funny one where if you have AI reinforcements, they will fight themselves, but that one I think may have even been fixed today. As far as not pushing the release back even further, we just don't have the funding anymore. I think the studio is the studio's out of money at this point, so we just put out our game. We spent a year on it after early access. That was all the money we had left, and so this is just everything that we were able to do with the limited funds. We did no crowdfunding, and the other thing to make clear too is the game came out last year for free, and I gave away 200,000 copies of the game away for free. Simultaneously, I spent $200,000 of my own money on the game and made back almost nothing. So I went $200,000 in debt using all of my personal savings and made almost none of it back, just because this was a passion project for us. So as far as like delaying release and adding more and more and more, this is just more of a passion project, and we just didn't have the funds. Honestly, that's the reality of the situation. You just don't have the funds to do it. So that's why we also put the price tag on it, to just hopefully break even. I think the sales so far allow the studio to basically pay for 1 month of development, which is nice. But the sales are never meant to be high. It's a passion project. It's something that I really cared about and our team cared about, and we've always just wanted to make a game. So, yeah. Do the devs have more work and jobs lined up? I don't know. That's a conversation for a separate time. But I think we've got some future plans. One project I was thinking with one of my devs, we would just go 50-50 without either of us getting paid. We would just put our hearts into it and just get just another little passion project, but we're going 50-50 on it. We put a price tag on it and hopefully make some more money for the studio. So that's kind of, again, I don't want to get into the finances of it, but just to give you guys a background perspective on running the studio, that's just kind of the realities. It's very expensive. It's very difficult. It's a lot of work. And I think it was the right call to make the game paid now, because we're at least getting in some of that revenue back that we're putting in. But this battle we can definitely win. I got 2 efficient infantry and an efficient militia. So all efficient. I can quickly move and change formation all in one turn. And then the enemy has got skirmish detachments, which are very weak little skirmish units. They have got, British artillery. So British artillery support helping them. And then French Zouaves. Oh, this is a fully mixed force. And regular cavalry. Okay, very interesting. All right. But yeah, if I charged $30 or $40 for this, then I probably would have pushed it back a month or two just to fix even more bugs. But considering we did a smaller entry price, around $15, we figured a few bugs were okay, especially just given that we don't have the funds or the team to necessarily create the most polished experience. But yeah, will production of YouTube videos stop? Is the financing becoming a major problem for the videos? YouTube side, again, I won't get into details. I know every time I open this can of worms, everyone wants to talk about it. The YouTube side's not doing too well. I think we're making a third of what we used to and getting a quarter of the amount of views we used to get. So revenue's down on YouTube, and the game also didn't generate much. So financially, not the best time, but I think as long as we just keep pushing hard and we're working hard, which we have been, we're working really hard on the game, we're working really hard on new videos coming out, I think we can turn things around. It's just going to take a lot of hard work and a lot of time. So yeah, anyways, I don't want to get too much into it, but just for those who are curious, who are asking those questions, yeah. All right, I'm going to knock these units out here. But yeah, not to whine or complain about anything. Everything's going okay. It's just it's an overall difficult time on YouTube. I think some other history YouTubers have also talked about this being a little difficult. So you can see here I'm using the march column formation. This is the march column formation. You can hover over it, and this allows me to move diagonal, and I can move 2 tiles in grassland and 3 tiles on roads. So you can see here I have really good mobility. Let me Control-Z the orders. Just knock those out, and I'll show you what it looks like. If I moved regularly, that's my normal movement. Forward and backward, left and right, 1 tile. That's it. That's how slow I am. So if you guys want that speed and aggression, efficient units, factions with a lot of efficiency, allow you to jump into a marching column and take a lot of ground very quickly. So this is a very good build right here for a very aggressive kind of playstyle. And because the game is based on prediction, how are they going to predict I'm going to do this? It's much harder for them to predict efficient forces moving aggressively like this. So if you're more into aggressive playstyles, efficient units will really help you. And the Prussians and Confederates do very well with efficiency. All right, so we're going to move around here. Cool. So the enemy has got a march column exposed, and you get bonus damage on shooting dudes in a tight marching column. So my best strategy is going to be quickly form line and shoot. I don't even want to move up, because if I take the turn to move up, then to form line, then to shoot, it gives them 3 turns of opportunity to form into line, and I lose my bonus damage. So what I probably want to do is go line first, shoot. So now they only have 2 turns to form line, and then I'm going to move up so that we're adjacent, so they can't regain their cohesion. Okay, so cohesion will regain at the end of the turn every time you take damage, unless you're adjacent. So I'm going to save that movement using efficiency to pin that cohesion in place to do the maximum amount of damage on this unit. So that's going to be the smartest thing I can do here. With this unit, we could probably move up, assuming their cavalry goes like, their cavalry can't move diagonal, so it'd go like 1, 2, and then maybe 3 to try to charge me. I could try to move up, form line, and then probably go and fire at will, which means they're going to shoot anytime someone moves through this path. And then on the right, we see they've got the troops in the forest. If we could flank around the side, look at that. Two diagonal spots to the right, form line, and then shoot directly into their side flank, and we do bonus damage. So this will be a very good turn for us, unless the enemy has a good response. They're also setting up their artillery on the hill, so we do have to watch out for that. All right, so we're going to move up. They are going to form line, so we missed out on that extra damage, which is a shame. We're going to hit them. They are facing the side, so they don't get flanked, so that also sucks. We're on hard difficulty, so the AI can anticipate these things. We are going to move up and form line. Okay, they did move a unit up, and they're probably going to hit us. We're going to go and fire at will. We took a lot of damage there. We're moving up here. Hopefully that artillery doesn't form line, because they have efficiency and shoot us. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Just hit in the side by the artillery. So this is hard mode. Hard mode, the AI is going to be able to even sometimes peek at your orders and know some of these things. The AI doesn't actually cheat in terms of getting bonus damage, though. You don't get a reduction in damage, and they don't get a bonus in damage. Even on the hardest difficulty, 100% difficulty, they don't get that. The only thing they get is peeking at your orders sometimes. So they get a little bit of an extra element of prediction. So, you know, every single game you've ever played in your life has cheating AI. Not one has not had cheating AI. In our case, you know, we don't have a team of 10 devs who are going to create the best chess AI that you've ever played against, who doesn't need any cheats at all. So there's some cheating, but they don't get cheating in terms of bonus damage. So they're just better at prediction. That's all. They've got artillery here. We'd probably want to back out of range of their artillery here and fire. Okay. And then here we want to double up our damage to do as much as possible. This guy's going to take a lot of damage. I'm going to shoot and then shift my lines like that. The only other thing I may want to do is I may want to shift these troops to go focus on one front at a time. You want to defeat units in detail. We're also on a timer. See how it says day 1? If we get to day 2, a whole new wave of reinforcements come in. So we have to wipe them out before the end of the day. And that day is going to keep progressing forward. So we're going to fall back. We're going to hit this unit and do a little bit of damage, actually. There we go. They're going to run up and actually lose a unit because they moved forward, and that's called attrition. And attrition means you move while you have no cohesion, and that means you bleed HP. So if you're engaged in combat, disengaging and moving away is just going to automatically mean one of your troops runs away. So disengaging is a little tough. Their cavalry is breaking through the center here. Their artillery has lost line of sight on us, so they're going to move. This is really good. So this unit is only got 2 HP left. What do I want to do against the cavalry here? Something I could do is even charge in, but I think that's probably going to be a bad idea. I'm going to move up. Actually, you know what? I'm going to shoot as my first order because I'm going to get a side hit. Then I'm going to shoot here, and I'm going to move back to avoid that artillery. Then I'm going to move back in the forest. Then I'm going to hit the Zouave, and I'm going to move to the right. That's what I'm thinking. So the enemy is going to hit me first. That's fine. Actually, they're going to run. They're actually going to do a retreat, but I'm still going to hit them. So the AI can also do retreats now. We just added that as a new function. So both of those guys try to retreat, but we're going to actually hit them because we have rifles. So that's something they didn't anticipate. The cavalry is running behind our rear lines to kind of give us anxiety back here. And because they knew we'd be back here. Yeah, okay. But we did wipe out a unit. Damn. So they've got 1 HP left, but they're going to restore all this cohesion because we don't border them. So look at that. That retreat was smart for them because they restored all their cohesion. Now we have to break it down again. And that's going to be 2 damage, then another 2 damage, and then 1 damage to kill them. So that's going to be quite tough. Here's what I'm thinking. Soviet Onion, thank you for the $2. Finally, the Banzai charge is a part of the game. The Japanese line infantry have shock and efficiency, which give them the Banzai kind of ability. So I'll show you some Japanese line infantry if you want to see that later. What I think we'll do is these guys are screwed because they're stuck in the forest. They're bogged down in rough terrain. We're going to jump into a marching column. Actually, you know what? Jump into a attack column to get the movement speed, run up to the cannon and shoot it. Jump into another attack column, run up and shoot that. And we're just going to double everything up on the cannon. They're going to use canister shot. That's the only thing that's going to be a little scary. So you know what? So I don't run into canister shot, can we just move up and shoot? I think that's a better idea. And then move up and shoot. Okay, yeah, that's much smarter. And then this guy will put him on fire at will. So we're going to throw everything up against this artillery piece, and hopefully we can do some damage. Is he going to charge us? Yep, he's going to charge us, but he has no cohesion. Oh, but we don't either. So that's a successful charge. We're both going to hurt each other at the end of the turn, but yeah, that's difficult. So that militia is going to get wiped out in the forest there. And we are hitting their artillery, which is good. Thank you for the 25 Mexican pesos, Scout Trooper. Will you consider adding Mexico? Maybe. If we've got the funding to do it, maybe. It just depends on how good sales do for the game, for adding new DLC. So yeah, if we want to keep damaging this artillery, I'm just going to keep moving around it. And we lost our militia on the left there. Okay. What I probably want to do is move back and then shoot the column. And then what I can do is move into a column and then move around the artillery and hit it on its side. So we're going to see what happens there. We move back. Do they shoot us? They do. Damn, this is really hard. This is really... I thought we would win this. I'm thinking not so much now. At least we're going to get on the side of their... Oh my god, and they're going to shoot us. At least we're in soft cover. We're in the village. So we're going to take reduced damage. There we go. I got a side hit on the artillery, which is nice. We're going to move back immediately. Or do we move... I don't know where to go. I think I'll move back. And then we will move and then charge the artillery and knock that out. And then we'll go and fire at will. Moving back. They're going to hit us and just wipe us out. Oh my god. All right. Well, okay, we wiped the artillery out and we lost. Damn, that's really tough. That was really tough. Look how close they got. They're at 32%. I think the blunder was spreading our forces out, if you guys notice. If we had taken all 3 of our troops and just focused down the artillery, notice how easily I wiped that out. If we had focused down the artillery and then mopped up the rest of the forces. Also, this really hurt. They got down to 1 HP and we couldn't finish the job. So that also really hurt. Luckily, we shouldn't lose any ground. Oh, we do. We lost our garrison, and they moved right in to take it. All right, we're going to earn that manpower back, though. The artillery was very difficult. Luckily, we're recruiting our own artillery in this Among Us army as well. The Americans are moving down to Kochi. I'm going to try to intercept them with the Satsuma domain. I still can't recruit units there. How many troops do I have? 2, and at least I have my own cannon. Yeah, they're really difficult. And we do have Tosa domain here, who's still alive. They're kind of limping back, and they've got some new troops coming in. We have 131, that's it. Can we request extra funds? We cannot. We have no enthusiasm, which is tough. We can bring in a reserve corps. We'll bring in... I thought we were already doing this. Oh, we didn't have the influence. We still don't have the influence. Damn. The policy, I guess I'll do hospitals to reduce casualties. I think that's probably what we want. And the doctrine, I don't need it yet. Let's see how the Russians are doing. Russians are approaching from the north. I will try to intercept them with the Yaitsu domain. We can actually get some new troops in here. Let's grab some rugged sharpshooters in 3 turns. That'd be good. We just need to get a bigger army up. That's the big issue. And we've got more exhaustion. This event triggers so often. Damn, increase recruitment time even more, or reduce enthusiasm. I guess I'll go lower enthusiasm. This objective loss panel, that's a bug that it comes up so often. It should actually only fire once per campaign, so we're kind of getting free research out of it, which should not be the case. I think I'll just take the manpower this time. Okay, this is a positive event. Manpower and lose influence, which we don't want to do. Or I'd rather gain the influence, because then finally we can call in our Imperial reinforcements, which has more artillery, so I want to call that in. And only 3 turns, we get a huge army that comes in, so that's great. And then what do we do with the rest of our influence? Probably grab reserves or funds. Probably funds. and then use those funds to invest in our economy. So we're going to upgrade our objective there. Oh, we can't because we don't have enough influence. That's all right. That's all right. Could we take on this army with only, how many units? 3 units. Let's take it on. This is going to be such a disaster. I've been losing so much over and over again. This is a really tough campaign. All right, this is a cool map. This is a frozen river here. I think we should just camp on the hill with the artillery and bomb the hell out of them. And we have range drills. So this is, now we were using the Satsuma troops. So before we were using Shoshu. Shoshu had efficiency, but Satsuma gets range drills. That means they get bonus damage. Every unit and every faction in this game is unique. They all have their own abilities and specialties. You can see also our units are painted orange because we're the attacker. That means the AI behavior is going to play a little more defensive in this battle. So that's the only worry about our artillery strategy. And what's nice is we can fast forward through the early parts of the turn. Be honest, how much have you played the game? I played the game a lot, dude. I have 2,000 hours just in playtesting alone. And I've worked on developing this game for 2 years. So the thing is even if you're good at the game, it's still difficult when you're facing a larger force, especially on the hardest difficulty against the hardest AI, and on the hardest campaign too. But I prefer a game that gives you a challenge than a game where you're winning every single battle so easily. So I'm happy that the game turned out in a way where some of these battles are challenging. Okay, we're going to move up one more time. Looks like the enemy is actually agreeing to kind of meet us here in the middle, which is nice. We don't have efficiency, so it's going to take us a full turn to switch into line. They know we have artillery, and so they end up forming open order to counter that as well. So we're going to go into concentrated battery, and we should have enough range here. It's a light artillery piece, though, so 1, 2, 3 range with a light artillery piece, +1 because we're in line formation, +1 again because we're on a hill, so we have perfect range on them. And we'll form line and go on fire at will. Skip ahead. There we go. And we are definitely going to start bombing them with artillery. And luckily, they got pinned down in the water. So what I can do is run up. If I walk up, I'm going to get hit by these guys. And they have breach loaders, so I probably don't want to do that. I could move up here so I'm not exposing my side and then shoot the... You know what? Shoot the open order infantry and then hit them again. So hit them twice and knock this unit out of the game. So let's see what they do. They got hit. One of their orders got thrown out because they thought I was going to move up. So there's their second shot. So they didn't get to shoot twice. They thought I'd move up. Their prediction was that I would move up sooner in the turn. So one of their orders got thrown out because I hit them with artillery first. And this side shot, I hit them with artillery, infantry, and a side shot coming in. This should wipe them out. Ready, and they're gone. So that's a perfect kind of play between the infantry and the artillery. The only thing we have to watch out for is we're now bogged down in this ice. We're stuck in the ice water here. So all of this river is accessible, but it will get you stuck. Thank you, Funny Man, for the $4.99. Hey, from New Jersey. Hey, I was born in New Jersey, so I have a New Jersey brother over here. Mostly grew up in Pennsylvania, though. Ever consider a video on a major South American war of the Confederation? I don't know if I know about the War of the Confederation. I do know about the War of the Pacific. I don't know how much The War of the Triple Alliance didn't do poorly, though, so maybe I could cover that in the future. Let's see here. So I think I'm just going to hit the artillery because that's what's in range. And then my guys are stuck, so I will... Actually, you know what? I'm going to shoot the cavalry as quickly as possible. Then I'll go on fire at will, and then I'll shoot their artillery. So let's see what happens. All right, good. We get the shot off on the cavalry, luckily, which does a lot of damage. +1 because it's cavalry, and +1 because we have range drill, and 2 because it's line formation. So we did 4 damage. And this is beautiful. Their cohesion's going to remain stuck. We suppress the enemy artillery, and the first order of next turn could be to hit that cavalry one more time. So we're actually doing really well this time. We're going to hit that immediately. They've got breech loaders, so that's tough. They're using Prussian imported Dresa needle guns as their breech loading weapon there. Let's see here. So if we get too close to them, they're going to hit us with canister shot. So I'm thinking of moving this way and then go into, I guess, try to charge their cavalry if we can. So we're going to hit their cavalry one time. They're down to 1 unit left, or 2 HP. Then we're going to hit them on the side of their artillery. Let's see where they move. Oh, they go on fire at will. That's perfect because we're going to charge them. Charge the cavalry and knocked out. Back charge. Perfect. So we took some losses there because obviously charging cavalry isn't the smartest, but we were able to knock that unit out of the game nicely. And now their cavalry, or sorry, their artillery is trying to pack up and get the hell out of there. We are going to shoot it before it can move and then follow it. And now we can swivel our gun to face the new threat and start moving toward it. So we knocked out their artillery, which is perfect. Okay, luckily the enemy didn't shoot us there. That would have been horrible. They could have knocked that unit out of the game. We're going to quickly turn and face them. And then hit them with the artillery. Oh, we're just out of range. We got to move to open order to space out. So open order battery will space out the visibility of the range of the gun. Because they're in a blind spot of our cannon right now. So we're going to move up, and we'll go on and fire at will in case they decide to leave the hill. They do have reinforcements coming in, so we do need to be quick about this. There we go. Look how much more coverage we get, but we do less damage with the open battery. So we're going to hit them there. That's a new feature, by the way. The battery formations were just added to the game 2 days ago. We're going to move up and hit them, and then we're going to move up and hit them again. So we're going to do 3 attacks on this unit, and really, hopefully, we can deal some good damage here. They're going to get 1 shot on us. They're going to shoot us again because they have breech loaders, but we hit them with the artillery. They hit us again. They're turning to face us. We hit them with our rifles, and then we're moving more infantry into the forest. We're going to hit them one more time on the side. A really good shot here. Ready, and bang. Got some casualties. So that is good. We're going to open up with the artillery first again, and then double shoot, and let's see how that goes. Artillery comes in, suppresses them. Nice. Perfect side hit. And we knocked that unit out. I think we won. Okay, there we go. There's our first victory. The, what are they called? Satsuma did really well with the range drill. Yeah, Satsuma did awesome there. So our first victory there. We took some casualties, but we really knocked out that British force. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Look at the ambush that was laying in wait for us. Oh, my God. Okay, well, Satsuma thought they won until they walked into a very planned ambush by all of these armies. All right, we're doing a final stand to fight to the death. And we can't retreat because we're out of movement points, because we used our movement points to move into that tile. So, yeah, we are going... And I built all these maps. There are 15 unique Japanese maps I built by hand, and they all look very pretty. I will pat myself on the back for that. I got even the nice-looking cherry blossoms in there, too. All right, we are going to hide around a hill and fight to the death. We are the last samurai. That's what we're going to do. I'm not going to bother with the city. I'd be too overextended. I could rush for the city. I could rush for it, but I'd rather just hide. I'd rather just hide and fight to the death. Do we have any better hills? We could use this hill. Artillery goes 1, 2, then 1. Then wait another turn. Oh, it's going to take forever. Or 1 and 1. I'd rather do that. 1, 2. I'd rather do that, yeah. Okay, let's do this. We're just going to hide on that hill there. There we go. And we'll get the extra range from being on the hill. We are going to gun down as many European invaders as we possibly can. We want the artillery on the hill, but we also want the infantry on the hill. That's the tough part. We're going to put the infantry in a forward position, and the artillery is going to go on the hill right there. Deploy the infantry in open order to delay the enemy as a skirmishing force in the front, and then move the infantry next to the artillery. Here they come. Oh, gosh, this is so difficult. Okay, form a line battery, fire at the cavalry. Form another line here, and then fire at the cavalry again. Please do not prioritize that cavalry. Please do not charge me. Okay, they're running away. We are going to hit them with this unit. And our artillery is now deployed. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, this is brutal. What is this the battle of? The Battle of East Io. This is rough. We have French Zouaves moving in the front of Union Iron Brigade with Lightning Brigade in the rear. What are these guys? Regular cavalry? Okay. And then they've got regular infantry and a skirmish detachment with the British as well back there. Damn. They can also bring in the Prussians, by the way. If things weren't bad enough, the European invasion, they can also bring in the Prussians. We're going to hit the column as quickly as possible, then hit the cavalry, and then go on fire at will. And that's all we can do. Hit the column. We're going to do a ton of damage. There we go. 3. Well, that was okay. All right, we knocked out the cavalry. That's great. Enemies forming their battle lines. We have them suppressed. So if any unit was recently hit by artillery, it slows the cohesion regain. Remember before I was saying if you're not bordering a unit, you instantly regain cohesion. Artillery will suppress that cohesion. So watch. They're only going to regain 1 at the end of this turn. Ready? And 1. Okay, so that's really good from suppression. That means we're going to want to hit them again and just keep piling up damage on that unit and keep these guys on fire at will. So now we're going to hit them again. They're moving right into range. We're going to hit them with infantry, and then canister shot's going to come in, bang, knocked out that front unit there. See how it says anti-personnel? That means you use canister shot when they're bordering you. So they ran up to the hill, and we just unloaded canister on them. They are moving up breach, loading infantry, who are firing twice on our Satsuma. We have only 3 shots left we can take before that unit is dead. So that's quite worrying. And the enemy battle lines are getting even closer. All right, we're not going to win this battle, but we are going to take out as many as we possibly can. What should we do here? Canister on the front line. Hit it again. Should I pull these guys back and go and fire at will? I just want to skirmish. I don't want to bleed with these units. And let's see what happens. Canister again. There we go. And then they've only got 2 HP left, so we're doing so much damage with range drill and anti-personnel. I think they're going to knock out our artillery with this shot. Yeah, artillery's gone. Damn, they overran the battery. All right, here's what we can do on the way down. The last thing we can do on the way down is lose the match because we're at exactly 25%. That sucks. Because we lost the artillery. Damn, I want to get one more shot off. I wonder if I continue the match. No. All right. At least we got like 20% down. That's tough. That was like our little last stand there. We killed 3,900 for losing 600, so I'm happy with the result. And we survived. Look, they survived to fight another day. And this is where I can show off the next mechanic. We need to get these hospitals up to reduce casualties. Look at this unit here, the Satsuma. If I right-click on him, he has enough experience, 76 experience from farming kills, that this guy can get a new ability. We'd probably want to pick up efficiency, so he gets efficiency and range drill. So look at that. So now he can move and do extra damage. And I've got 46 left. I can get another ability, actually. What do you guys think I should take? Shock, melee drill, rugged, or skirmishing? So skirmishing allows me to move diagonal in open order. Rugged, I can move through terrain without taking penalties. I think I want to take that because I could just blitz through a forest and shoot somebody. And then melee, I don't want to focus in because I have range drill. So I'd probably want to get rugged. And look at that. This unit is decked out now. This Satsuma infantry. I can name him the, here's what we'll do. East EO. We'll name this division Ghosts of EO. Okay. And then what we'll do is these 2 units are the Ghost of EO. There we go. And they're in the same division together. Pretty sure, I'm sure, you can buy a flaw. Yeah, we decided to leave it in case you wanted to roleplay. So if you wanted to create your own unit and give him flaws, you could do that if you want to. We figured, why not just allow it in the game? Okay, this is a battle I think we can win. Okay, there's the French big... Oh, God. Okay, maybe not actually, dude. This is rough. The big French expeditionary force against a standard line infantry force. We could win this. I may fall back to Toba-Fushimi because there's an actual fort here. Okay, I'm going to fall back and then consolidate with the Tosa domain. Yeah, I want the fort. If I can hold a fort, then I can win that. There is an American intervention force here, and I will move my Sendai domain to go intercept them. We're just going to get tons of shock. 3 turns, and this unit can get engaged. We'll get the Shinsengumi, and then we're also going to pick up Samurai. A ton of Samurai. Can we get how much? Okay, yeah. And then our force that's going to engage the Russians with the Aitsu, we're just going to spam. Oh, we don't have any money for Aitsu. So we will get, what's the next best thing? Hey, Kelly. How you doing? What are you doing, Mario? Okay. We'll get Patriots there. And then I have a little bit of money left. In fact, why don't we not get the Patriots and we'll get rifles instead? We have 258. Can we even afford rifles? Rifles are 400. No, we can't afford rifles yet. All right, so yeah, this is a difficult situation. How are these guys doing? The Satsuma, they're doing okay. Okay, and our enthusiasm is so low right now. At least the field hospitals are going to help us there. All right, we can intercept them. We're not going to intercept them. We're going to stay and hide in this fort as we build up more troops. Fresh volunteers, that's great. 10,000 manpower. Or 4,000 over the course of 4 turns. I'd rather get that. That's just going to be more in the long run. Policy, we're going to make our enthusiasm a little happier by giving people alcohol, or we will give them furlough. Let's give them furlough first. Make them a little happier. Oh god, look at all of them descending on me. I'm running away. Can we recruit? We can't recruit or replenish, so this unit is like pretty much as good as dead. Luckily, the Tosa domain can fold in, and we're going to merge in one turn. Once that's recruited, we're going to merge those two domains together. And then we are slowly coming down and racing for Wano, which we can upgrade. We're going to upgrade Wano, and I'm going to get some rifles for this upcoming battle. This is going to be a huge battle at Toba-Fushimi between the Among Us guard. Okay. We'll get some rifles. We can get 2 rifles. We'll get 1 for him. Is it even worth... No, it's not worth upgrading these guys any further. We have a Russian force we're about to engage up north. They've also brought in some French troops with the Aizu domain. Aizu doesn't need rifles because they're all melee focused, so we're just going to bring in a bunch of Aizu. There we go. And we have not enough manpower. Okay. But we're going to get a lot more manpower each turn. And then... Alright, the things are looking okay here. Tosa domain's pretty good because they use this Spencer repeating rifle. Yeah, you can get Spencer rifles in this. The thing is, this campaign we're playing in particular took place in the late 1850s or early 1860s, so we just don't have the breech-loading weapons yet. Plus, we're being invaded by the Europeans, so I doubt they'd want to sell us their weapons. So we don't really get a lot of good European weapons. Alright, we could intercept them, but I'm not going to intercept them because we're both racing for Wano. So I'm not going to intercept them there. I'm going to hold Wano myself. So I'm going to jump in. And then we've got 3 units with a wooden cannon against this force. I don't know how likely we are to win that. They just took that fort at Osaka. Are they fully decked out? They're pretty much fully decked out. Okay, we are going to merge. And we'll create a new division. 1 second. The Among Us Guard, 3rd Division. Then we're going to merge in and then put them in here. There we go. So we have 1 large force. I think this is a pretty good force here. I think it's almost ready to go on the attack. We're just going to get more rifles. I'm going to just do a huge rifle group. And then in the north, I want to be prepared for this big showdown with the Russian forces and this British support force. 2 turns, it'll be ready to fight. What else could I recruit in 2 turns? Probably nothing here. Nothing. Do I have extended railroads yet? I do not. So we want to get that for even faster recruitment. These guys are going to start sieging us. We are at level 3 fort, so they can bombard us 3 times. So we have 3 turns before they come into attack. So we'll get another cannon. That'd be good. All right, I think we're shaping up better. All right, they're already trying to attack this force. We can attack the forward force before the Russians can arrive. I think I'm going to do that. Before the Russian reinforcements can arrive. So we have 4 units. All right, so this is unique. We've gotten some new units to play with. These guys just have melee drill, and they come with 6 HP. So these are the first units we've used in the campaign so far that have 6 HP, so they're a lot better. They also have 4 cohesion, so these guys are very conventional. And they have melee drill, so they pretty much are like French Zouaves. That's how disciplined they are. That's pretty good. Kelly goes zoo 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 from the closet as she's playing her Mario Kart. We have Patriots who are rugged skirmishers, so we can weave through this river in open order formation. And then we've got Domain Cavalry, which is shock cavalry. So we're using cavalry for the first time, so that's pretty good. All right, so we have some better tools to use for the first time here. And the enemy is bringing Russian line infantry, hussars, Crestiani, field artillery, and light infantry. Okay. Thank you for the $5, Mr. World Archivist. Is there anything in particular I need to do to update the game to the latest version? I don't think so. If you're unsure if you're on the latest version, my recommendation is just to go to Steam like this and hit exit in the top left. It'll do a full shutdown, and if you start it back up, it'll automatically update with any of the newest updates. All right, so luckily this rugged unit can just run through a river, and it is not going to be bogged down, so we can just jump straight in. These guys are going to get bogged down, so we're going to jump in and have to wait a turn. And same with our cavalry. So we might as well get in while we can. There we go. All right, so this turn, none of these guys can do anything besides him. And we will form open order and fire at will. Let's see what the enemy is going to do. They're moving up their cavalry to get ready. What could we do? I may just take the shock cavalry and just come right down the hill charging into them, but I know that's probably a bad idea. So maybe I run this way. Maybe I run that way and move my infantry into line, and then take this guy and move up and fire. I guess that's the best we can do. I don't have a good plan for this one. We don't have like efficiency or anything great. Oh my god. They rolled up and did canister shot. Okay. We're going to move and take off the new front line. You okay, Cal?
Yeah.
What happened?
I lost.
You lost? You got mad?
Yes.
Okay. What do I want to do with this guy? Can't do anything with him yet. I gotta start moving over. We're gonna take over the new front line with these troops and take the canister shot in the face, which is really difficult. I may just charge straight into the artillery, put these guys into the new front line, and then shoot. And then my skirmishers, I'll just keep kind of messing around with them on the flank. And if we just charge them, let's see how we do. Charging in. Ouch. But we're going to kill them eventually because they're artillery and we're melee drilled. So we're going to do 2 damage per turn. Oh, they charged in too. Damn. Okay, and then we fired into that charge and did some damage on the enemy. Okay, that's good. So that was kind of a mixed emotion there as we were all charging in. Oh, and they fired into the melee too. We all had orders queued up to shoot each other as we all charged into this pile. So we all fired in and did a ton of damage. I have 1 hit point left. There's not much I can do with him. Skirmishers are doing okay. I can actually jump into this forest and shoot on the flank, which is good. What I would honestly suggest is to fire into the melee and just do the team damage willingly. Either that or I should just charge in. What do I think is the better option? Maybe we just charge straight in. Just keep piling into the melee. Oh, we crossed right by each other. That's funny. Okay, let's go in, Aitsu. There we go. We've completed the charge, but they shot in and finished off our other unit. Our cavalry is now freed up, and I'm going to get ready for a charge on the enemy infantry. There, we're going to charge them soon. This guy's taking losses. I'm a little afraid of that, so I'm going to back up. This guy, I also want to restore cohesion, so I'm going to back him up too. Oh, man, we lost our... Damn, we're not doing so good. I am going to move up 1, 2, and 3 and hit the... Yeah, hit the skirmishers. Actually, you know what we'll do? Move up, shoot the skirmishers, move through, and then charge. Look at that. So watch this. We're going to move up and fire on the skirmishers to soften them up with 2 damage. Then we're going to move in here, and then we're going to charge them while they're in open order. So see how they're spaced out? If you charge in, look at this. Ouch for them. Just wiped out all their HP because they're in open order. So if you space your troops out, cavalry can just knock you out. So that was quite good. And then we will move up into this forest here and continue fighting with the remaining Russian troops. They're hurting our cavalry. We have no cohesion left with this cavalry, so the only thing we can do is just death charge. And then fire into the charge. I think they're just going to die before they can even make it. Yeah. So now at this point, we just go down firing. Just back and forth. Oh, they left. They retreated. Oh, and they lost. So here's what happened. The AI retreated from the forest, but they were breakable, which is a militia trait. And because they were breakable, they finally just broke as soon as they got out of the forest. So we barely won that one. And we beat the forward scouting force of the Russians. Just barely. So that's pretty good. I didn't think we were going to win that. So that was a very close victory. That was very close. All right, and look, we sent them right back. Now they're sending the much larger force. This army is done. I don't even know what to do with this army. Our Satsuma domain, they got so screwed. What else do we have? At least the Europeans are distracted fighting down here. I want to knock out this force and clean this up. I think that's my next focus. Are they bombing my fort over here? Yep, they're bombing. So they're going to get ready for an assault. Luckily, we've got a new wave of recruits coming in. And how is Aitsu? New recruits coming in 2 turns. All right, fair enough. We'll move to the fort, fall back, do a kind of a fighting retreat, and maybe get some more militia with the money that we've got left. And then we'll do another policy. Let's finish the railroads. Oh, what are we doing still? Oh, we're still doing furlough. That's just a visual bug, so it says select policy. In reality, we have 1 more turn left on extended furloughs, and that's going to boost our enthusiasm. How's our corps call-in doing? 1 turn, we get this whole corps that arrives, which is really, really good. All right, we're going to keep falling back. Toba-Fushimi, this is the big battle, guys. They decided to commit to the battle. This is the huge battle at the capital. I think this is Kyoto. So here it is. And I think we get a unique map I made specifically for this tile. It's a winter map. And it's got some cities. Yep, this is the specific map I built. So it's huge. It's a very deep... This is the real Battle of Toba-Fushimi that was fought during the Boshin War. And look at our army. This is the biggest army we've had so far. So this battle should definitely be pretty good. And they've got a mixed British-French force. So kind of a Crimean... Actually, only 2... They just got British artillery. They love bringing the British artillery. All right. So let us deploy in this forward area here. We've got tons of artillery. I made sure we loaded up artillery. We're going to put some already... We'll put the wooden cannons on this hill in reserve, and then the rest of the artillery is going to be serving on the front line on the roads. You can notice I made these specific sprites that have wooden cannons for the wooden ones. We've got shogunate, just generic shogunate line infantry, which are disorganized with very little HP and cohesion, so they're just not good in general. But I gave them all rifles. So this is like our attempt at standing up to the European forces with their own version of line infantry, but they're just not as good. So there's nothing special. They don't have range drill. They don't have efficiency. They're just your default line infantry with some rifles slapped on them. Shinsengumi is pretty good, though. I'll show you what the Shinsengumi is like. And then we've got some cavalry in reserve, which is really cool, too, and even more riflemen who are going to be coming in later in the battle. So what's cool here is this is our domain infantry in red. By the way, to go into cinematic mode, you can do Shift-C. That's how you enter cinematic mode. And the... this map is giving me PTSD. I fought 3 battles on it, yeah. This shock infantry here is disorganized, but yeah, they're just regular shock infantry. This one, Shinsengumi, is efficient with melee drill. So you can move up, form a line, and charge if you wanted to do it with that. Or like, move up in column, form an assault column, and then charge. So there's some really cool things you can do with them. Are the Uzis in this game? You have the Aitsu. I don't know if you mean that. Definitely not Uzis, though. All right, we can move up our artillery. And we have horse artillery, so look how fast they're just blitzing through. And we will get these guys up. Good. And then this guy's going to go on the hill to kind of provide overwatch in our back line in case we get overrun. And you can see how good that road movement is. So it's always good to stick to those roads in the beginning of the game with march column. And the enemy's going to be quite aggressive here because this is a siege assault. It's actually considered an objective assault, and on objective assaults, we manually set AI aggression to 100%. So they are going to just barrel straight into us and push as fast as they can. And that's probably because we have, look, cities. We have these like city tiles that we can hold, so check these out here. So we're actually holding, this is Kyoto, I'm pretty sure. So we are holding this city. What we're going to do is deploy the artillery. If we just hold the river here, it's going to be pretty good for us. Which is kind of cheesy. We're going to make them all just die over this river, but we need victories at this point. Normally I wouldn't do it. But yeah, it's good to use the terrain. And I think I want the artillery on the front line because I want them to be using canister shot. And our wooden cannons can't do canister shot. So we're just going to have the wooden cannons kind of more of a support role in the back. And then cavalry, I'll have the cavalry flank around, take the wide route, along with the Shinsengumi. This whole division is going to head out on the wide route and take the hill to flank. So you can already see they're softening up this building, or this city tile is already at half strength because they're bombarding it. We're going to deploy our guns, and now 2 of our artillery pieces are deployed. We're going to get the infantry deployed as well. Put them in the front. There we go. So we got a mixture of like artillery and infantry formed up. And then the wooden cannons, I might put the wooden cannons in the water facing this way so they can fire down the line, which is kind of a weird idea, but I think it'll work. And these guys are all going to go down a flanking path. And there's a little ford here, so we can keep up our road movement. There we go. And these guys will form into line as well. Let's see what the enemy does. They're just moving up. Okay, we are going to... Are we in range? We're in range to start firing on them with our artillery. We're going to go into the water. And then this flanking force is going to move forward. We'll form line with our troops. There we go. And how's our... Look, that is our kind of like reserve defense artillery. I might even put it in open battery just so it gets more coverage. And then we can check out the animations of the troops marching to battle. Oh, they're doing some spins. Okay. There we go. Cavalry's moving up. And so are the infantry. Good. And I'll put the music up a little bit more. Let's make sure... We'll put Imperial and Shogun themes on. I think we've only been listening to Shogun themes. So we'll put the Imperial themes on too, and you guys can hear even more Japanese music that was made specifically for this DLC, which is pretty cool. And we'll put the voice lines up so you can really hear the Japanese voices that we put in. I'll put them even further up because they sound really cool. I appreciate your guys' engagement. We've been here for like a few hours, I think, and we've had the same amount of viewers pretty much the whole time. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying the game. If you want to join our Discord, just to get everybody's attention really quick, we don't do normal things on the Discord. It's not just a hangout space. We're actually going to do a big server-wide event where we recreate the Boshin War in Japan on a big map, and all of you guys get to be generals on that map. And every week... Every single weekend, I'm going to be on with you guys, and I assign you battles, and you're going to fight those battles all on Saturday. We all come on Saturday. Sometimes there's a voice chat with 100 people in it. We all fight the battles, and then I update the map based on the results. If you want to be part of that event, that's going to happen almost exactly 1 month from now. So almost exactly 30 days from now, I will link you to the server. Oh, the game audio has been muted the whole time? Are you kidding me? No, it's not. It's just low. I'll put it up. There you go. Do you guys hear it now? That's a shame. That's a shame because the sound effects are really... Listen to the voice acting. It's a shame you guys have been listening to this in silence. That's crazy. Yeah, take a listen to the music. The music was all originally made. It's really, really nice. Jacob Gullian is our composer, and he did such an awesome job on it. And then take a listen to the voice acting, too. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Is the volume good now? Are you guys happy with the game volume? Let me know if it's a little too loud now. But I'm going to link you to this Discord because we're going to do a big event on this Discord, and I'd love for you guys to join us. This link is here. And if you want to pick up this Boshin War DLC that I'm showing off right now, I will link it to you if Steam decides not to freeze. There we go. And so this is the base game. And then I will... give you the Boshin War, which is here. Still not loud enough, really? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn it down on my end, and then turn my voice down, and then you can turn the stream up, okay? So tell me how that plan sounds. I turned myself down so you could turn the stream up, and then the volume of the game should be louder, so we'll see how that sounds. All right, so enemy is forming this big column coming down the line. We're going to grab our units. You can't really hear the music. Let's bring it up. How's that? There we go. Good. Alright, we're gonna form line. The music is so good, man. It's so great. So we're gonna form line here. Fire into the enemy. And that's because the Shinsengumi... Actually, you know what we could even do? Watch this. Shinsengumi moves up using 1 movement point, forms an attack column, and charges straight into the enemy. We can do that. And then we're going to get the cavalry formed up as well. We already have battle starting in this area. And then they are not taking the bait on this bridge. They want to go around, which is a shame because this is where our main defensive line is. But our artillery is now just skirmishing back and forth here. But yeah, the music's pretty awesome. I'm going to shift this battery to face this way in case I need to retreat. So we'll see how this turn goes. So I'm moving up. He's definitely going to form line. Yeah. Moving up, forming attack column. Is he going to shoot me as I charge him? That's going to be horrible. Let's see. Okay, we're charging him. We got the charge off at least. All right, that's good. And we're both even on cohesion, but because I'm melee drilled, I'm doing more damage at the end of every turn. So I'm actually going to win. Despite being outnumbered, I'm going to win that fight because of melee drill. These guys are like samurai. This is one of our most important battles, defending our capital here. All right. And they still have units in reserve back there too, which are coming around for a flank. Look at that. Last game I played, I saw these guys come through this river crossing, or even the bridge here, and outflank us in the rear. So you got to be careful for that. We are going to form an attack column and charge straight into their cavalry as well. I'm going to take this cavalry and charge into the melee, and then pull this cavalry back. And then form line with our infantry troops. So we're just getting right into the melee with them. Just trying to stall this advance here. And then you know what I'll do? I'll set up the battery there. Those wooden cannons are just going to be set up to fight this main advance that they're doing. Alright, we charged in, charged their cavalry. Look at that. Caught them off guard. Perfect. Charged in here, helping the Shinsengumi with the cavalry. And look at that, they're not doing so well. They've got 3 hit points left. Oh, they fired into the melee and killed their own troops. Because they thought my cavalry was going to be over there, so they targeted the cavalry. The orders came in. They're like, troops, hit the cavalry. And they're like, cavalry's over there. All right, I guess we'll fire and kill our own guys. So they end up doing their own damage. They did blast away our domain infantry over here because they fired with breech loaders into that melee. So we did take one loss, but we wiped out 1 enemy unit as well. So we're going to fast forward through here. That artillery hurt these guys pretty bad, actually. That's scary. I think they got a lot of artillery formed up. That's the only thing that's a bit scary. So we finish this melee. Gonna pull back the Shinsengumi. Cavalry's gonna pull back to reform. Artillery's gonna deploy. Infantry's gonna start deploying. And now we're kind of forming up our battle line. This guy's taking damage. We're gonna move him over to this flank. And we're gonna fire on the enemy artillery again. Should we turn? I guess not. I'm gonna redeploy some of the artillery. This guy is gonna come over to the right to help this battle over here. These guys I'm gonna send over as well. Because there's just, I thought the main assault was gonna come over here, but they decided to do a flanking attack. So we're gonna fall back from this position. Oh, they tried charging us as we were falling back and clashed in with us. Damn. Okay. Yeah, they charged right in. They did not want us to leave. And they sent Zouaves in, I think, right? Yeah, and Zouaves are good at melee. So we've got just a big melee brawl right here happening. They're firing with their artillery right on our wooden cannons. That did not do well for us. We're going to lose those wooden cannons. This flank might fall, but we have a fallback point here. You can shut the door, Cal, if I'm yelling. Yeah, if we lose this flank, we can just fall back to the city. So it's all right. Who are you fighting? The British? I am fighting the French and the British and the Russians and the Prussians and the Americans. In this battle, it's just the French and the British, though. I'm going to leave the Shinsengumi in to fight to the death and then get our cavalry out of that battle. And the Shinsengumi will fight down to the death by the end of the turn. And meanwhile, let's just start getting shots off. We just need to start doing damage. I'm not going to commit more to this because I think that flank is going to be lost. So instead, I'm just going to focus on reinforcing my river line here. I might even just fall back to the river because that flank is just not doing well. So those troops will be sacrificed for the Emperor. Okay. And we'll move the horse artillery, swivel it over. Yeah, this is like the scramble for Japan, basically. Oh, I should have fast-forwarded the turns. We didn't really get to see what happened. Yeah, that was a little hard to see. I fast-forwarded it. We're just kind of like on the retreat. Let's hit the cavalry and fall back. These guys are a lost cause because they have no cohesion and 1 hit point left, so they're a lost cause. We can't do anything with them. We're going to finish this unit off and pull back. And we're just going to do a fighting retreat back to the river line. and get the artillery formed up now as well. The game is no longer free, but if you downloaded the game within the full year that it was free, if you were one of the 200,000 people that we gave free copies away to, then you will... Hold on, there's a fly. Then you can still play for free. But the thing is, the game was... the game's been very expensive to make, and we already gave away 200,000 copies, and we just weren't earning money, so we just had to switch to the paid model. It just made more sense for us. Damn, they wiped that unit right off. It's these breach loaders. They're using needle guns imported from Germany to wipe our units out, and they're just doing so well. They just have better technology than us. And look, they're doing that flank I was mentioning back here. Oh my gosh, they just rolled right behind us. Damn, this is tough. They did, look at the 2 prongs they attacked us with the artillery in the center to bombard us. I'll get into the town and fortify the city and start firing on them. We will swivel our artillery that way and start firing on them. Pull the infantry back, start retreating, form up the artillery. I will swivel this gun, I guess. I'll swivel this gun facing that direction. Get the infantry back, and then hold the river line. I'll take the cavalry a long way around, and then hopefully do a flank attack later in the match. Alright, we're getting into the city. They can't damage us when we're in the city. Look at this. Ready? Fortified. They do no damage because we're holding the buildings. So in order to take an enemy out in a building, you either have to blow it up with artillery or charge in. You can't just sit there and fire with it. So we have... Oh dang, they hit us with the artillery there. So it's quite good for us. These guys just got bogged down. They got stuck in the forest. So we're going to wipe this unit out because it can't move. So they're super vulnerable. And that's very good for us. There's a whole group trying to cross this bridge. We need to take down all the units on the bridge as soon as possible. Unfortunately, the artillery cannot support us. These wooden cannons just don't have enough range. I'm going to hit the cavalry there. Move up my infantry. I'm going to move this infantry back and fire. Move this infantry forward and fire. And then hit that again, and this cavalry's going to be gone. And then what else do we need to do? We have cavalry. We're going to move in the back. Actually, you know what? Cavalry, let's have it help us out to clear out that flank. And then we're going to put this on the concentrated battery. Alright, let's see what happens here. We're actually going to fire on the cavalry because they're more vulnerable and ignore that infantry. And we're going to try to hold that bridge before they can exploit the gap there. This cavalry is so dead. Ready? First shot comes in. 1 shot, 2 shot, and it's gone. So that was great. Alright, let's keep holding this bridge here. Hit the units on the bridge. Form up, hit these guys on the side. I think we can clear this up pretty nicely. And if the cavalry tries moving this way, look, I have this gun that covers all of that, so their cavalry can't escape. We'll put it on fire at will, and if they move there, they get blasted. So that's really good. Cavalry will kind of hold in our kind of central reserve and deploy it as we need it. Infantry will fire there. Can I... The infantry's in the way of the cannon. Are these guys in the way too? No. It's just that the forest is in the way. It's just bad placement for the artillery. I'll have to pack it up again. And the infantry, where do I want to move it to get coverage? I just have to kind of pull it around over here. And then these gentlemen, let's move this way, and I'll go and fire at will. I think that's my best option here. So let's hit that cavalry again. Perfect. We're wiping them out on the bridge. There's a big congestion going on. We're going to hit these guys right on the side. They're trying to fire into these buildings, but they can't get us out. Hitting those guys on the side. Troops in column are going to form up pretty soon. Our cavalry's repositioning here. And they're moving more troops through this bridge. We got a nice shot on the march column. They were all densely packed, and we just fired straight into them. That's perfect. Good. Okay. All right, we're looking good. Let's just keep mopping this up. We're going to hit that cavalry one more time. We're going to fire into the infantry, knock out the march column, pull back, and then let the cannons fire too. Pull up, and then hit them with the infantry. So that's 3 shots. All 3 of these guys lined up to take out that unit. That should be really good for us. Artillery's ready to reposition. We're going to move him back. Where do we want to move him? Let's just move him back there. Yeah, this town was destroyed by the enemy artillery there. Infantry, I'll move them kind of in the center. I don't know where I want them yet. And then the cavalry is going to be... I guess I'll just help them mop up that. Alright, who's getting hit first? Knocked out the horses. Perfect. Knocked out the infantry. They're all getting slaughtered, just congested on that bridge. We're taking this unit out here. Chasseurs à pied. Ready. Artillery comes in. Bang. 2 hit from suppression, and 1 more shot should finish him off. Ready, and firing. And they're gone. Look at them run. So that unit was wiped out perfectly. We're about 3/4 through the day right now. Enemy cavalry was wiped out on that bridge. And we're going to finish the job. Here's what I'm thinking. Ready? Fire. Fire. And then the cavalry swoops in to finish the job. Look at that. Perfect. And then this infantry here, let's do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Everybody fires on them. And the infantry is kind of in reserve. They're kind of bouncing around. And that should be a good turn for us. So ready? We're going to hit them with 1 front hit. We're going to hit them again with a side hit. And then with these remaining troops, cavalry is coming right in to finish the job. Ready, and bang. Back charge. There we go. It's considered a back charge because they're in open order, so they don't have a front. So you get all the bonus from that charge. And it wiped out nearly all the cohesion. At the end of the turn, they're going to start bleeding units. Let's see how we did over here. Oh, they flanked around us and dodged our firing line. So that was smart. Alright, I think what we'll do is turn and shoot. Move into the front line and shoot. Artillery hits the column. And then get the riflemen up to start firing into the forest. They have grenadiers. That's the French Foreign Legion were deployed in the forest here. So that's a little freaky. Let's see. Turning to shoot. Yeah, grenadiers are fording, and they're French Foreign Legion. They're rugged, so they're able to get through and hit my artillery really hard. Now we are going to hit this column. There we go. They wiped out the artillery with the breech loaders. Damn, that was an important asset we lost. Luckily, this bridge is like completely congested now, as our cavalry holds back the infantry from flanking. We're kind of on our last legs right now. I think we may need to consolidate. Yeah. I gotta fall back. Damn, where do I want to go? Fall back there. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose soon. We need this artillery to swing. 1, 2, 3. We need to swing this way, and then to get the riflemen in. Yeah, this is tough. We gotta fall back, and we're gonna get hit twice. We might lose right there. Dead. Yeah. Do not lose the game. We're at 30% left. We're at 30%. We're so close. Alright, we beat the enemy in the melee there, which is good. The enemy artillery's stuck. That means they can't even deploy to shoot. I'd probably recommend we charge them into the water. We run them into the water. So we knock that artillery out. The only thing is they could form up their battery. Well, they're facing the wrong direction, so I think we're okay. We need to consolidate around this cannon. That's what I think. So I'm going to pull these guys back, and we're just going to start falling back around this artillery piece. I think I'll pull the cavalry back, too. We'll just start holding this hill, and that'll be our last stand. We're going to charge straight into that gun. There we go. Ouch for them. That considered a back charge because they're in marching column. And so we're going to wipe that unit out pretty nice. And you can see the day's getting darker. I think the water reflections... Oh, no. Usually at sunset, you'll see the water reflections. I don't think it's sunset just yet, though. Damn, okay. This guy is just gonna fight his own battle over there. The only thing is if we lose him, we lose the game. I could hold the town, because it's fortified. I think I might do that instead. So I'm gonna fall back and hold the town. Yep. Fall back, hold the town, because these two will give you cover, and then the artillery is just gonna fire on them as they come.
彼らがそれに気づくことはないでしょ
There we go. I dodged the shot and hit them with the artillery, and that's good. And they're suppressed. What's really good about the suppression there, should I pull out of the melee? Nah, I'm gonna hold. Okay. We're gonna hit the grenadiers immediately, form up and shoot them. Hit them again, and then pull back into the town. So we're gonna kind of do a fighting retreat there. I could hit the column. This is the only thing that's scary. I'm like, that could kill my cavalry. I could pull these guys out as well, but I'd rather stay in. Right, let's see. We're gonna hit them with the artillery. That's good. Form up our line. Shoot them. We're gonna hit them again. All right, we did some good damage there. And they're suppressed, so they're not going to gain much cohesion. We dodged them. Look, they try to move up. We dodged them. We moved out of the way. That's perfect. It's right at the end here. They're going to form up line. That's the only thing that's scary. They've got like an encirclement going. All right. We finished off their artillery. We got to pull out of that as well. They're in danger. This guy's definitely in danger. We're going to pull him back immediately. We're at 27%. We might just lose this here, I think. Which really sucks. What do I want to do? I could turn here and shoot them, and then charge. These guys just need to fall back. And with the artillery, just keep hitting the Foreign Legion, I guess. Let's see what they do. We gotta fall these guys back. We're at 25%. We may have just lost there alone. Let's see. I hope it doesn't give us the defeat on 25%. We hit them in the back, which is good. I feel like I could win this if it came down to the last few troops, but I don't think it's gonna give us that opportunity. We're gonna charge them in. Look at that. Really good charge. Damn, we were so close. I think we're 1 HP off from winning. And look at that, we just took out the Foreign Legion too. We would have... Oh, there it is, that's it. 23%. They hit us with the artillery right there with the howitzers. That's it. Damn, that was so close. That's it. Wow, that was so close. 23 on 32%. That's a sad day in Japan, man. It's a sad day. Those howitzers and breech loaders were so tough to fight against. Listen to the sad-ass music that plays now, too. Oh, man. I guess we'll take the manpower. Damn. Can we counterattack it? We might be able to counterattack. Where's our HQ, though? Are they even in supply? They are. I might just counterattack straight back in. Oh, look at this force that just arrived. Look at this. Imperial reinforcements. Look how many just arrived. I can definitely beat them there. I think we do a counterattack at Toba-Fushimi. How much do they have they got? They have a lot. Do I risk a counterattack? I go all in? I think I should probably go all in, right? We'll fight to the death. Death, was it death or dishonor? Fight to the death. There's no retreat, no surrender for the Japanese. And now we have to attack the position that we just held previously. And you can see our units come in kind of damaged here. That's a shame the unit cards aren't bloody. I wonder if that updates. We'll see. Cavalry will have go around the side. Alright, now they get bloody. Yeah, you can see, look at all the losses we took from the previous battle. Look at all the blood. Is there any actual Japanese classical music in this DLC? Every single Japanese song that was made is based off of a real Japanese song. Is there a soundtrack album in the game? I uploaded it on YouTube, so if you guys want to listen to the soundtrack. And again, all of these are based off of real Japanese songs. You go to my Armchair Interactive, and then you see the Imperial Japanese marching music and the Shogunate. I'll link this to you guys. Alright, this is it. Death or dishonor. Everybody's going into marching columns. This is a full Banzai charge. We're not doing any shooting. All Banzai. Cannons will help us fire from the back, but we are going full Banzai. Can these guys not go into column? Oh no, this is our first turn. Sorry. I forgot I already deployed.
6ポンド馬上砲兵すぐにでも
Alright. Full Banzai.
戦列騎兵
Let's get the cannons moved up.
6ポンド馬上砲兵
Look how bloody everybody is. That's rough.
戦列歩兵
Also, if you do get this game or you have it, I would appreciate a positive review. All of our reviews got deleted or cleared by Steam because we left free to play. So we have 30 reviews on the game. And a lot of the negative reviews are people just not sure how the game works. They're a little confused on how the game plays. Some of them are valid and some of them are just not sure how the game plays. So I'd appreciate any positive reviews if you do enjoy your time with the game.
素晴らしい計画です戦列歩兵
Alright, we're moving our attack. So these guys are in attacking column, so that gives them bonus on charge damage. So these guys are the full Banzai
戦列
force.
歩兵
It's moving in big attack columns.
新選組
Can I actually move this horse
6ポン
artillery?
ド馬上砲
There
兵
we go. What's kind of cool is you see a mixture of the Sacho alliance with the shogunate forces on our flags, which is cool.
成し遂げます
Alright, we're gonna hit them hard.
木星
spread them
大
out.
砲
Look at how cool that arrow forms as well as all the units turn.
戦列歩兵木星大
Horse
砲
artillery is gonna go take that hill.
木星大砲新選組戦列騎兵ご命令を分かりました
Yeah, this will be a full bayonet charge. You can see our unit cards, they all have katanas. So we're whipping out the katanas and we're just doing a full charge here. I think some of the soundtrack is already on Spotify. I don't know if the Japanese music is up yet, though, but it might be coming soon. This artillery will fire... Actually, no. We're just going to have all the
木星
artillery
大
fire
砲
here.
新選組反応歩兵
Okay. And we have one battery that'll stay there. And we are throwing everyone forward.
木星大砲
We'll get the cavalry going long.
はい大将
Music is racist? Stereotypical Oriental music? What are you talking about? I don't know if you're being sarcastic with that. That's like insulting for you to say that. All the music was based off of real authentic. This is all authentic Japanese music that we researched and made for the game from scratch. We listened to old, really old Japanese music. Some of which on YouTube, there's not one clearly made version. Some of them we were going off of an old record that was trying to play some old classic Japanese music, and then we brought it to kind of the modern age and reused the instruments that were being used in those songs. So it was all made in mind with authenticity. There's no stereotyping going on. Alright. Alright, so the enemy's got two forces, left and right. And we are going to
6ポンド
hit
馬
them with
上
the
砲
battery
兵
there. Move up and just charge straight in. Move more troops up.
木
Form
星
up
大
our
砲
battery. Turn with this battery. Form that battery up. Get the guys ready
6ポンド馬
for
上
the
砲
charge.
兵
We got the first Banzai charge going off. Let's see.
戦列騎兵
There we go. Move over the ford. So some of the negative reviews are people who played for less than an hour. Yeah, honestly, man, most of the negative reviews has like 0.1 hours, and they just say this game is derivative.
戦列歩兵
Like, all right. Also, yeah, the one comment, the top negative comment, or the most recent one, says this game is the most derivative game in the last 15 years. I don't know what's derivative about a simultaneous turn-based 19th century Victorian strategy game. There's nothing derivative about that. I don't find. The only thing I would find derivative is that there's unit cards like Total War, but that's about it. The way the game plays is nothing like a game like Total War, which is indicative of the guy's hours. He hasn't even played the game. He thinks it's just Total War.
戦列歩兵
All right.
素晴らしい考えです。大
You
将
have 225 hours, so you'll leave a good review. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Good reviews are always appreciated. All right, we're charging them straight on this bridge. Look at that. Got him. And it's considered a back charge because it's on a bridge against a marching column. So you can see everyone's kind of... Look at some of the troops. They're like spilling off the side. That's funny. And we have a lot of artillery formed up here. Oh, look at that. We've got a perfect charge ready to go. First thing I'm doing is charging into the cavalry, hitting the infantry, turning the battery, forming the battery, and getting ready for another charge. Sending another unit onto the bridge, and once we pierce the bridge, we're going to send everybody streaming through the city. I think we'll have to form up the battery again. We'll see. There we go. That's everything, right? I really like the update. Good job planning to get the DLC in the future. Sounds good, man. Yeah, the DLC is on sale right now. I think it's only $8. So you can get it for sale. I think it's like a week that the sale lasts. It's a launch day sale. Alright, we're going to charge straight into that cavalry and wipe it out. Ready? Here we go. Ouch. Oh, we wiped it out on impact. That's perfect. And we got a rear hit with our artillery. Nice job, Shinsengumi. We are going to get hit twice, though. We might die. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. We might die from these 2 shots. But look, they went down fighting. That's all that matters. In Banzai, you go down fighting. And look at that. We wiped another unit out on the bridge. 100% to 89%. Not bad odds. Oh, they didn't fire. Incompetence on the French part. We're going to charge straight in. Keep hitting them. Get the artillery. Blast them. We'll hit them 3 times. Just fire into that again. And then charge in with the infantry and finish that off. And the rest of the troops will come streaming down the center. Just keep charging. And the cavalry should be ready to go. Gotta form up. Alright, let's see. Let's see what happens here. We're gonna charge straight into them. There we go. Side charge. We got hit. We got shot on the way in, though, but we did damage, which is good. We fired the artillery, wiped that unit off. We're firing one more time with the artillery, wipe that unit out as well. Now, this unit's gonna move up as well. That's good. We wiped some units out there. Look, 72%. This is a good counterattack. We might not win the battle, but I just want to go down fighting. Alright, let's hit another charge. Going in. This is going to be a tough charge. Oh, that wasn't that bad. I wonder why that was a rear charge. I don't know. We should have taken more damage on that, but yeah, they shot us with cannons. Anyways. Alright, the Banzai Spirit's working. I'm not going to question it. Banzai Spirit is working right now. That charge somehow worked as a miracle. I have no idea how the hell we did that. We're just pushing them really fast. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep going. Charge them in the rear, because the cannon's facing the wrong way. Bring up the cavalry. Hit the Foreign Legion, bring up the cavalry again, hit them again. Move up the infantry. Fire on the enemy. Front line, fire on the enemy again. Move up more of our cannons. Then over here, I guess I should have charged that a little earlier. So you can actually open your order page and then restructure your orders. So you can scroll up, and we'll make that our second order to charge. Alright, we're doing good. Let's see. We're gonna run straight into them and charge. We did tons of damage on them because they were spaced out in open order. We're not letting them use their breech loaders. That's the difference between this fight and the last fight. In the last one, I tried to fight European style with rifles, but this time we're just charging straight in. And look at how much damage we're doing just from these charges that we're doing. And they're in like full retreat, trying to get out of there. Just charging all of our forces, and they have no chance to use the breech loaders. Oh, we wiped that unit out. We did another charge, wiped the unit out. Here come the cavalry for a double charge. Even if we might lose the first unit on this charge. Oh, we did okay. We have 1 HP left. Here comes the second charge. Let's see how much damage we can do. Let's get in. And there we go, front charge. Right, we have 2 units engaged in melee. That unit's gonna get hit so many times. Ready? Oh, it didn't. I guess I didn't go and fire it well. I forgot. Damn, I had the artillery perfectly lined up. Are infantry squares going to be relevant again? They could be. The AI doesn't really use them. I didn't really teach the AI to use squares because it's so niche to use them. But you could use them in multiplayer games. Look, 2 rear charges will go on him. Foreign Legion is pinned down by Domain Cavalry. And we are just going to keep the charge going. Go in, and then charge again. And just keep moving. And then over here, bang, bang, and bang. It's the Japanese Banzai spirit. Here comes the rear charge. There we go. Another rear charge coming in. There we go. And look at the attack column is going to get +1 on this charge. Ready, and here they come. Bang. And bang. There we go. Sorry, 68%. They fired in. That artillery is crazy. They're just firing into all of the combat with the artillery, just trying to hold us back. Yeah, Dingus, about the, you checked a review, a negative review that says you only get 3 countries for free, but the rest you have to pay for. We made the experience system so easy. Like, some of the scenarios grant you 750 merits for beating a single scenario. So you can just play the scenario battles, not even touching campaign or multiplayer, and have all of the in-game content unlocked. So there's no real grind in the game at all. So people complaining about that is also annoying. Alright, the Foreign Legion did beat us over there. We're going to turn back to finish them off. Let's pull out. Finish these guys off. Actually, you know what? Stay. We're running low on units right now. That's the only issue. We should be able to finish this unit off with the charge. Let's see if we can save him. Come on. There we go. Okay, he should die at the end of the turn. Alright, we got him. We saved him. I'm gonna switch the reserves. Shoot. And move. That's gonna be tough. Bang, bang, bang. Alright, we're on to our last legs right now. Killed the Foreign Legion, ready, and they're gone. I'm gonna pull back. They're firing into the city. Formed up our battery. This guy's gonna regain cohesion, that's amazing. Look at that. Fire with canister, or what we have at least, onto him. That cavalry is being such a menace. Fire into him. And fire into him. Alright, hope we don't... They're only at 27%. We only need a few more kills. Hit them with the artillery. We're at 27% as well. We're now at 23%, so we've officially lost. But if we get them to a lower percentage, I think we win. Which really, really sucks that we lost this. Look how close we were. We're 23 and 24%. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Alright, look, we did our Banzai. Damn. We killed 16,000 on the way down, though. And we're still alive. The Among Us guard. So we're grinding them down. We did our... I guess we could get rid of Disorganized, or just give them Shock. We got a little bit of experience from that. That does suck that we lost those. Banzai again. Alright, look, here's where I have an actual Banzai we can do. You ready? This guy attacking him, we could definitely win this. Oh, they retreated. They fully retreated from that. We're chasing them down. How's Aitsu doing? One turn, we get new troops. We have the railroads now, I think, too. Aitsu just getting a ton of... Let's give him a bunch of samurai, too, in the back. There we go. Can't afford. Can we request more money? Yes. There we go. We got tons of samurai. Samurai are so good. I love using them. And we got all the Aitsu. So we're ready for a big battle up there. And we're just going to hold that fort. At least we're distracting all these armies over here. We're chasing, look, we're chasing the Americans all the way back. We're going to cut off the rear line and take their HQ. So these guys are going to be in trouble. Oh, they left too. Lose the cash or I'll lose the manpower. I got plenty of manpower. How are they doing? 20. They're fully stacked up. We could charge in again. But I almost am a little bored of that. Oh, the Prussians arrived. God damn it. All right, the Prussians arrived with the Americans, and we've got a huge battle with our Imperial reinforcements. Let's see it. Does taking the HQ capitulate them? It reduces... if they have 2 HQs, they can only call in reinforcements from their HQs. Oh, I think we have an ally in this battle. I hope the ally doesn't cannibalize itself. There is a bug in the game where the ally will just shoot itself. Look how big this map is, too. Alright. This is a really tough campaign, though. I think it's fun, though. I'm really hoping the AI doesn't just kill itself. Please do not kill yourself. This is going to make this battle so much harder. It's cool fighting. Look, it's a Prussian-American alliance. It's pretty cool seeing that. They've got Grenadier Guards, regular U.S. infantry, Jaegers, line infantry, yeah. Alright, do not shoot yourself, AI. Do not shoot yourself. Don't do it. Okay. Hold on, they're not killing each other. Are they trying to attack me? They look like they're trying to attack me right now. Is this betrayal? Hold on. No, they didn't attack me. Alright, we're good. We're good. We had a little bug with that happening. I think it's fixed. And the reason their AI is swinging towards me is really because they're swinging towards them. So we actually have an ally now. That's pretty cool. This is kind of a fun battle then. I guess we'll leave one of the heavy artillery guns on this hill, and the rest will just keep moving on. Nice. Look how quick those turns are, too. Because of the fast forward button. Do you guys think I can win this battle? I'll put a poll up. Do you think... Can I win? Based on my record, can I win this battle? Yeah, we put out a, Mr. Hidado, we put out a patch today that fixed the AI killing itself. The only time I think it still does that is if they come in on the second day of battle. But I have to double check that. We still are testing. It has to do with how the AI is being sent in with their ID number and what team they're on. Okay, I think we're looking good here. No defeatism in the chat. Okay, good. No defeatism. Is it midnight already? I think this will be my last battle then. We'll go into this little town and shoot on the Prussians. Form up the artillery. Get up our Satsuma sharpshooters. Efficient militia will form up. I guess I'll just form line. Same thing with them. Get the artillery batteries moved up. Get this one deployed. We're gonna get on that hill. That's gonna be ours. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna take the hill because I'm gonna take the time to go into Banzai formation with them. And then maybe these guys do that, and then, yeah, that seems smarter. Alright, we got a good artillery hit, a side shot on them. Perfect. Okay.
愛国者
We're gonna hit that cavalry there. Hit them again. Move up.
愛国者
Move up again. Form line. Hit their artillery. Is that Krupp artillery? Oh, Jesus. They have modern breech-loading Krupp artillery. That is a nightmare to fight against.
6ポンド野戦砲兵
Krupps are such a disaster. How's our artillery doing? That range is not that good, but I'll put
8
on
ポ
on...
ンド野戦
Oh,
砲
look,
兵
our ally has brought in mounted samurai. So we have a bunch of samurai on the battlefield. Look, these guys are so badass. They get maxed out hit points, maxed out cohesion, and maxed out melee traits. So this is like one of the best cavalry units, or this is the best possible cavalry unit you could have in the game. There's like one or two other cavalry that can get these stats, but this cavalry is very good. So I want to see them be
もち
effective.
ろんです
Alright, we're gonna hit that cavalry on the side. It's cool playing against the European, like a big European and American coalition as a Japanese coalition. You can see we have a mixture of Imperial, like Sacho forces with Shogunate, so it's cool to fight a battle like this. Alright, we're pushing up onto the hill. Enemy Krupps are moving up against our infantry, but they're cumbersome, so they take a really long time to deploy, so we can hit them quick. We have kind of like a funnel that's formed against their artillery that got overextended. Thing is, the AI, the map is so flat that the AI wants the hills for their artillery, so they just moved up way too far. Alright, so what could we do this time? I say open it up with a charge, shoot the artillery again, shoot the infantry, shoot the infantry. Use our artillery to hit this, and then move up and kill that Krupp gun with one shot, move into the front line, and do it with another shot. That'll be perfect. Move up here, hit the Prussians. Let's get these guys moved up. Artillery's doing fine over there. Alright, let's see how this
賢
goes.
明な選択です
So we are going to charge straight into that army. Oh, they formed line, of course, which hurts us a bit. Still a good charge. Hit the artillery, which is pretty good. Knocking out the infantry from the side shots, which is nice. I'll skip through this, because everyone's just kind of moving up still. I think look at the percentages. I think we got this battle. No quick matches tonight? I could do one quick match if you guys want me to.
長州歩兵
Thing is, my community is so much better at me in this game than I am at this point.
反の歩兵 愛国者 6ポンド野戦砲兵
What else can I move? I guess that's it. Yeah, look, we're at 100% to 76. We're
計
wiping
画
them
は
out.
壮大です
We just have such a much larger force this time. Look, knocking out the horses. Perfect. Those early battles are really tough, weren't they? When we had like 1 or 2 units facing these huge armies. Yeah, the voice of the commander is pretty good. You know what I do need to take a note for myself to change in the next patch is that reposition Japanese Edo and Kyoto Guard, because two of those corps are in the wrong spot. There's a corps called Kyoto Guard and a corps called Edo Guard, and both of them are in the same tile. They should be moved to the correct tiles. So I put a note to fix that. Was there anything else I noticed that was wrong? I don't think so. Besides just having so few units. Oh my god, look at the casualties over there. Just everyone firing into that. Noob questions, but how do you inspect enemy units? So you hold shift and right click and it'll open a menu about them. And then you can single right click to see their range. So that's very useful. And it's very important to learn the hotkeys, like tapping space opens your order card, tapping F opens up your firing range, holding down right click automatically does a charge for you, tapping right click does a shot for you too, and then Control Z undoes an order. So watch this. Let's say I do all these orders, and I don't like them. Watch. Done. You can just clear them off that easy.
6ポンド馬上砲兵
Yeah, Roma, the music was very good. I think Jacob did an awesome job with the
愛
music.
国者
Jacob Gullion was our composer. He's on Spotify. You can find him, Jacob Gullion. He's credited, if you look on our Armchair Interactive YouTube page, he's credited on all the songs as well, of course. I'm losing my voice a
馬
little.
上砲兵
Our Shogunate ally is just sitting in the back so much here. I guess they're moving up these units up there, but they're not. We're
彼ら
pulling
が
the
それ
weight
に
right
気
now.
づくことはないでしょう
Alright, we're both moving up. That's good. Okay, Shogunate, let's get a shot off. Come on, let's see you do something. Come on, Shogunate. They're not doing anything. They're taking their sweet old time. But yeah, look at the percentages on this battle to sweep. We got the battle.
騎兵隊
We just had so many
愛
troops for
国
this
者
one. Because those reinforcements finally got called in.
6ポンド野戦砲兵
We have so much
6
artillery we're
ポ
not
ンド
using
馬
as
上
well.
砲兵
It was a really good map for us because it was so flat that we could just run all of our troops through it without getting bogged down. Just wondering, I set the scenario in hard and it says I should get 750 merits, but I only got 300. I thought we fixed that today. That's a shame.
愛国
Is
者
that still wrong? Did you test that just now, or was that from another day? Was that from yesterday or early this morning? Because we put out a patch around 5 p.m., so about 6 hours ago. That fixed that, or at least I thought we fixed that.
素晴らしい考えです大将
I got a side hit on them. Alright, the Shogunate did actual damage there. That's good. I can just fast forward through most of this because we're just knocking them out. We have the hill position. I think we got this. I'll just fast forward through it and we'll see the
砲兵
victory. All I need to do is just keep up the firepower on them. And look, my Shogunate ally is holding the whole right flank for me.
6ポンド野戦砲兵6ポンド野戦砲兵6ポンド馬上砲兵承知しました
Should be able to hit them in the back with range drill. Yeah, we just wiped out that Grenadier Guard. That's pretty good. Good stuff. And then look, the artillery is formed up
6ポンド野
so
戦
we can
砲
fire
兵
straight down the center. They did charge our battery, but we're just going to fire in and kill both
欧州
sides.
歩兵
It's fine by me. Move up.
薩摩歩兵 6ポンド
I
馬
want
上
to see
砲
that
兵
samurai do stuff. They're just kind of like
ご
taking
命
their
令
time.
を分かりました
Nice job, Shogunate. Shoot him. Let's see it. Nice job. Yeah, our ally's doing pretty good now, too. This is a full rout.
薩摩歩
We're just
兵
gonna charge him down now. Banzai. There we go.
騎兵隊
No chance.
すぐにでも
There we go. Look at that. They're done. Already done. 19%. We got it. Would you say competition affected how well the game did? Although I think 200,000 downloads still pretty great. That's a large part of a larger conversation. Like, we made a million mistakes with this game. Number one was making it tile-based and turn-based, which is just inherently more niche. And I think a lot of people just didn't resonate with that. So it's very difficult to convince people to play this. If we had done it in real time, with no tiles, and instead of these mini campaigns, we did a grand campaign of Japan to Russia to North America with one grand campaign in real time. And we didn't release it for free initially, and we released it for like $30. Then this would be a whole different. I probably would have made like $1 million on this. I'm not exaggerating on that as well. So, but this is the thing. I spent 2 years working every day of my life. In the last week, dude, I stayed up from 9 a.m. to 3 a.m. every day working on the game. And I spent the last 2 years working so hard on this game with our own development team that we built. We didn't rent this out from some foreign company. We built this ourselves. And these 2 years of development was basically like going to game design school. I had never done anything in game design. In high school, I made some Flash games, and that was it. And I decided I just want to make a game. And I didn't just sit there and just boss them around and say, hey, make me a game. I was involved in every part of the process. to design and create this game. I didn't do the code, but I did anything else you possibly could do without coding. I did as much as I could, and we all put in so much effort. You know, we didn't profit from it this time. This game wasn't very popular. I still don't have many players playing this. We have like 100 people who play. It's not enough people to warrant us continuing full-time development. So we're gonna cut full-time development of this game, which kind of sucks. But it's our first game, so I'm not too disappointed. What I am proud of and I'm happy of is that we finished the game, we made it, we worked the hardest we possibly could, and I think this was pretty fun. There's been 200 people here for a few hours, and I had a ton of fun with this campaign, and this campaign was put together in like a week, just using all the systems that we had built over the course of years, using the tile system, the objective system, the event system. I wrote 83 events for this game. Like all of those things came together, and then when it was time to put this campaign together in like a week, all the systems just fit so nicely. And previously, a year ago when this game initially came out, we tried to do the campaign and the whole thing fell apart. We put the pieces together and it fell apart. This time, with the full release, 1 year later, we put the pieces together, and I think this is a pretty fun experience. So, I'm proud of it, even if it won't be successful, even if it won't turn a profit, even if it never breaks even on itself. Just the fact that we were able to put out a game I bought like 12 books on this. I researched every single unit of the game. There's over 200 units. All of them I researched and made every single one of them as unique as I could. So there's so much work that went to every single aspect of the game. Some people will call it a cash grab, which is odd considering we released it for free and didn't make any money on it. That's a big complaint. I think 50% of the people who complain call it a cash grab or a scam. And the other half just dismiss it as like tile-based or too buggy. The bugginess I can get. The game is buggy. It's rough around the edges for sure. Though playing tonight, did we have anything fatal? I think like this was a pretty smooth experience. So there's definitely bugginess, but it's not preventing you from having fun with the game like it was a year ago. But yeah, this was very difficult. I would say this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, and it didn't work. I don't want to say I failed at it. I failed in making something successful, but I succeeded in learning something really valuable. And I think if I make games in the future, I have a much higher chance of being successful. And so I think there's something to be proud of there. So I could kick myself about it. We had 1,000 players last year when we did our full release. We had 1,000 players, 200,000 downloads. If we had waited a year to release it and done it in real time, done it with a grand campaign, that would just be, and didn't give it away for free, actually put a $15 price tag on it, it would be over $1 million in sales guaranteed. I speak to other guys in game design with games of my caliber, and those guys easily make $400,000 or $500,000 with smaller projects. We made like $100,000 on it because we gave it out for free and basically relied entirely on DLC sales. And I didn't have a good design philosophy from the start. I designed a game. I didn't have a good design philosophy when we started. After a year of working and the slap in the face of the initial release and realizing I needed to do better, I went into 2023 with a whole new mindset and just like every aspect of the game, we rebuilt this entire campaign system got rebuilt from scratch in 3 months. The whole thing, because the whole thing sucked last year. It sucked, and that's my fault, not the developer's fault. I told them how to design it, and it sucked. So we put it together again. And if I had to put it together a third time, I'd improve it even more. Like, I've got even better ideas how I would do this again. So I'm excited to go forward. I think the only thing, not to end on a negative note at all, but the only thing is we're virtually out of funding. The game didn't make any money, and the YouTube channel is operating on a third of what it used to because sponsors are less, views are less, and so on. So that's the only thing that sucks about it. So I doubt we'll be making a big game in a while. But when I have the opportunity again in the future, I'm only 24, so if I have the opportunity in my 20s, in my late 20s, I think I'll do a better job. And now it's time for me to focus on YouTube and get the channel back up because I've neglected it for so long. So again, I'm not ending it on a sad note. I just think so many things I learned from this, and going forward, we're going to do so much better. So that's the optimistic kind of ending to it. Is Fire Maneuver won't be the success. It's not going to go viral. It's still a fun game. I still recommend it. I had fun tonight streaming to you guys, and this game should not be fun to me because it has been hell for me the last 2 years, but I even had fun tonight. So it should be fun to you as long as you guys learn how the game works. It can be a little confusing at first. But yeah, this was difficult to do. It was the most difficult thing I've ever done. But I do have some pride for it. Somebody mentioned about the voice acting. I'm going to save it here. If you guys wanted to see this campaign continue, I think I can win in the next session, if we do one more session of this. So I'll say Japan campaign. You guys were mentioning the voice acting. That alternate history hub, you didn't like his voice acting as much, or maybe that you didn't like it, but you were like, how come your voice isn't in there and his voice is? I did do a cameo. I'm just in the Civil War, so you can listen to me here.
The Southerners have wrongly claimed that the states of our great republic have the right to secede. The Eastern Theater is the very heart of this struggle. Confederate forces are entrenched in their positions, but we must not waver. We need march to the capital of this rebellion in Richmond and crush the uprising.
There we go. So you can see I'm in the game too. I have a bunch of little YouTuber cameos. Those briefings are new. I wrote those briefings. I voiced some of the briefings. The intro videos I did. How many? I made 16 unique intro videos that I made for every single campaign. And then I made unique victory and defeat animations that also play for all 16. So what, 32 is that? Animations for all the, what's it called? For all the campaigns. There are 8 campaigns in the game that are playable from 16 different perspectives. And they all play very unique. Like the Union has got their own very unique start. Also, I calibrated all of the campaigns historically. So what do I mean by that? This is the real-life location of Manassas. If you're the Union and you sit and wait for the Confederacy, their first order is going to be to move into Manassas, and you get to fight the first Battle of Bull Run as your first battle in the campaign. So, what's it called? So you get real-life battles, and like I can go to Gettysburg. I have handcrafted over 100 maps for the game. I did Gettysburg for this campaign alone. I did Gettysburg, I did Fredericksburg, I did Chancellorsville, I did the Wilderness, I did Spotsylvania Courthouse, I did Williamsburg, I did Vicksburg, which is on the other campaign. There's a few more I did. I don't know where they are on this map though. But again, there's over 100 maps. So, yeah, you get to, and that's something Total War doesn't do. If you go in Napoleon Total War and you fight in the real-life location of Waterloo, you get a generic field. In this map, if I fight at Bull Run, you get a handcrafted map that represents Bull Run. So that's quite cool. All right, I will end the night with one quick match, if you guys want to see. I'm going to restart my game in case, just to be safe, if I had any errors during the campaign, those errors can carry through to multiplayer. So just to make sure, I'm going to quit the game, and you guys don't have to do that, but just as a developer, that's something I always am in the habit of doing. And then I'm going to restart the game, and then we're going to go into multiplayer. But yeah, I want to maybe respond to a few of the negative reviews, because some of them are complaining about things. Like, I think one guy, this review's outdated, edit out of date, so I don't care about that one. Derivative from RTS 15 years ago, I didn't understand that one. And then that guy only has, what, 0.8 hours on the game. And the other guy as well, I found myself being out, so he has 0.8 hours. I'm outranged by units just like mine, even if I can only shoot one space ahead. That's one of his big complaints. But if you guys were watching me, you have rifles, and you have units that don't have rifles. And if you don't have rifles, you get 1 range, and if you do have rifles, you have 2. So this guy's complaining. I get a negative review with 8 people finding it helpful over him not understanding the game mechanics. Yeah, look at this guy. If you understood, like, the weapons offer you +1 range, how you make that assumption. So it's kind of crappy. We get our review score pushed all the way down. The other thing that only sucks is we were on the popular upcoming, or the popular page on Steam, but if you don't have very positive reviews, it takes you off. So we got taken down, which kind of sucks. So we lost all of our... we did a big release and got no marketing on the Steam page, which kind of sucked. So we're down to like 30 reviews on it. But yeah, it's all right. We have some new positive reviews that came in, which is really kind of all these people. How does the game need 90% of my GPU? We're going to put out a little optimization patch pretty soon, I'd say. I do appreciate all the positivity. Even if you don't enjoy the game, I'm fine if you leave a negative review. I just would like if the negative reviews say something valid. It's just annoying when people misunderstanding a component of the game after playing for 20 minutes and make that a negative review. That's just, it feels crappy. Alright, I found a quick match. I'm gonna go Shogunate and go full melee. Oh, I have Mihai. I know Mihai. He's in our server. He's decorated as an Ottoman Janissary there. So we're both melee factions. Hi Mihai. You're on stream. I'm gonna get my samurai. I'm gonna get tons of cannons. And then I'm gonna get a ton of shock infantry and melee infantry. It's early era. Yep, it is early era. I'm gonna demote a guy down to polearms maybe, or upgrade him. Can I upgrade anybody? No. I think I'm happy with... Can I get a carbine? No. I'm happy with this composition. Well, you know what? Let's get rid of some of the cannons. I like wooden cannons because they're so cheap. They're just nice to have. Let's go with something else, though. Let's go double Shinsengumi. I feel like I'm going to get more utility out of that. And let's give some polearms, some spears to our militia. And then take... Let's see, we can get more expensive. Maybe more cavalry? And some rifles? I feel like this is just a smarter build. That seems good to me. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna go to Mihai. He is the Ottoman Empire. And we are fighting on the Rice Paddies, which is a new DLC map. Come on, Mihai. I think one thing Total War Paradox does better is the sandbox experience. Maybe you could do that next time. Yeah, that's kind of... I think if I did another game, we'd lean way more into one campaign that feels more like a sandbox, for sure. Again, if you guys want to join our Discord, I'm there all the time to talk to you guys. So if you want to interact with me and the rest of the community, and they're very welcoming, here's the Discord. I'd love for you guys to join. And then I will deploy my forces. Very beautiful map. Okay, we got our samurai. Put the samurai over there. I don't want to fight on that river crossing. The river crossing, I'll put a cannon on. Put a cannon there, and then I'll put another cannon right there. These guys are just going to be in attack columns. He'll go there, and then Shinsengumi is going to go here. So the reason I'm putting Shinsengumi on the road is because they have efficiency, so I can start them in column, run them up, and move into attack column. Whereas the rest of these guys, I'm just going to keep them in column from the start. And then we're going to have some cavalry to counterattack in the left if the enemy pushes us. I might even take my melee infantry and put them with the cannon. So they have a big army as well. 2 big armies. Yeah, if you want better FPS, you definitely want to get rid of your shadows and move the unit size down to low. That's the best way to get FPS. So artillery is going to move up with the infantry. We'll get the cavalry kind of moving up there. We have limited orders, so we got to be careful. Artillery is definitely coming up there with some support. Samurai, I'll move there. I got 6 orders left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's enough. Yep, good. And this is objectives. So what we need to do is secure objective B and just hold objective A. We don't need to push onto the other side of the river. So let's see what the enemy does. Moving forward. They got all columns. And the Ottomans are really good at bringing a lot of troops. So we have 2 armies that have a lot of troops. The Ottomans and the Shogunate. And these guys look very cool, too. So my suggestion... I'm going to do something like this. I think that's good. Move him up. Get the artillery facing that way. We got our first objective captured. Keep moving up. We're going to get one of our batteries set up. Move some of the cavalry there. And I think we're out of orders there, but that's alright. So that's what I'm thinking. And so we don't have to eliminate all of his units, we just have to take the objective to win. So we're gonna get right in there. I think they are gonna shoot us on the side. Thank you, Mr. Dip Dip, for the $2. You're so smart and thoughtful. Keep up your channel. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Okay, this is a lot of units on the objective right now. Let's think what we want to do. I'm thinking we move up and charge. Move back. Ottoman cavalry, I want to charge them. Move up on the flank. Artillery will want to move and shoot. 5 orders left. Form up our battery here. Get another guy in the objective. Put more troops up there. Get the cavalry deployed. And more cavalry as well. I think I'm happy with that. This is gonna be chaos. Look at this. It's gonna be pure chaos. We're gonna have no idea what's gonna happen here. It's gonna be chaos.
素晴らしい考えです、大将。
They have so many troops here. What do they got? Bashi bazooks, line infantry, more Bashi bazooks, and the Bashi bazooks are really good at charging. So let's see. He is going to form line, or he's going to form square. I'm going to charge him. He could be watching the stream and just listening to everything I'm saying as well, but it's all right. I'm going to charge in. He charged me. We both took the same amount of damage, so I'm fine with that. I'm pulling back out of the objective. He currently has it because he has more troops in there, I'm pretty sure, or a higher quantity of hit points within the objective. If I move this guy in, though, I should be able to start holding it. I'm moving to the side so I can hit this attack column with an artillery piece. So I should be able to fire in there, which is good. Suppress them. They fired into the melee and killed me, but didn't kill themselves, apparently. And they're moving over onto this bridge. They just have so many troops. I should have went with like all my cannons and just had tons of artillery firing onto the point. We are going to just push. Shoot. Shoot. We'll go this way and that way. Move him up. Move him in the back. And then, what do we want to do with our last order? Move him up further. Like that. Or we can just move him into the objective like that. Dude, zoom in on the battle. You want to see it? Alright. This is just the ordering phase, so not much is going on. There's a little melee happening over there. Enemy troops are about to cross over this bridge. So we're putting our troops here to stop them. Yeah, I am on a time limit since it's multiplayer, so I can't do like cinematic zooming. We do have wooden cannons set up on this hill, so this should provide pretty good fire support. I'm watching the stream, but I'm paying no attention. Oh, okay, yeah. Alright, fair enough. Are we gonna clash? Yeah, we clashed. So we ran into each other in the center. And we hit them with the suppression, which is good. Moving up. I'll charge in here and I should be able to finish off the Cossacks with a samurai charge. Ready, and there they go. They're done. I think I hurt my own troops in that charge as well. Oh, they're pulling out of that bridge. Alright, what else? What else? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do that first. Oh, I can't do that. Now the clash mechanic actually works, yep. The only thing about the clash mechanic that doesn't work is our guys are facing the wrong way. My guys are on your side and you're on my side. So it's just a little more polish needs to go into that, that's all. Okay.
藩の歩兵
Ah, they can't do anything.
新選組
What else can we do?
木星大砲
We do that.
王将兵騎馬侍藩の歩兵
Do that.
藩の騎兵
Move up.
藩の歩兵
He can't do
Hanno
anything.
Kihe.
Why don't we put him in the front line so he
藩の
protects
歩
him?
兵
I think that'd be good. And we have 3 orders left.
王将兵
I think he's good.
Hanno
Just gonna move
Kihe.
him over there. Is he firing yet? No, he
王
cannot
将
fire.
兵木星大
Suppress
砲
him. There we go. Let's see what
素晴
happens.
らしい考えです
So that
大将
unit is going to do what? He's going to move up. I don't think I can complete my charge, which really sucks. I want to rear charge him. I'm just going to go into the previous space. He's going to charge me, though. I did suppress a march column unit, and I flanked them with some militia, so that should help a little bit, but he's storming the objective with so many troops. And I did hit that column, so that column's really getting hurt now. And he's trying to aim backward to hit me. Front charge? Should I charge in there? I think I charged more troops in there. So we got double melees going on. He's winning one, and I'm winning the other. It's a little confusing to tell what's going on. If you're the one playing, it's a little easier. Watching this, though, it's pure chaos, especially because we picked 2 nations focused on melee and quantity. So it's the most chaotic battle you could possibly have in this lineup here. Every time period and every faction you pick is going to be, yeah, the Horde. Yep. Every faction and time period you're playing in plays a big role in the
王
game.
将兵騎馬侍
Let's see here.
藩の騎兵木星大砲
What else can I do?
木星大砲藩の騎兵藩の歩兵
Let's try that
藩
again.
の騎兵藩の歩兵木星大砲王将兵
That's tough. I'm running out of units. That's the thing.
彼
I
ら
think I'm on
が
the
成し
way
遂げま
down.
す
I'm gonna charge this guy. What are we gonna do? Oh, we both tried to charge each other at the same time, so that means we both kill each other. Okay, yeah. And then he's gonna move this way, but I'm gonna charge my samurai right into his side and did some great damage on that militia, so the samurai are really pulling the fight here. And I did charge into the center and mopped up the center units, so those 2 cavalry charges really helped me. So again, it's a little confusing to see on multiplayer. It's very chaotic. But yeah, we're essentially just trading charges back and forth. There are 4 melees going on at the same time, so it's very, very chaotic. He can't actually leave this one melee because the other one is blocking its path, so it's just a complete mess right now. He's using his rifles, though. He's just got a lot of range on me, and I haven't fired a single shot. Is there going to be a YouTube push to market on the game? Dude, honestly, I reached out to YouTubers. I can't get any of them to play, and I don't have any of the money to sponsor any of them. So I think I am giving the game the most amount of coverage I can. I'm going to be the only one really giving it coverage. I'm in talks with like 2 or 3 channels. One of whom I was supposed to have a call with, and then he just kind of blew me off a bit. He just didn't get back to me. But I don't know, I sent out like 80 emails, no one wants to try it out. So it's just, I think it's just a very niche game. It's not, a lot of people aren't,
藩の騎兵
it's just not their type of game, which is okay.
木星大砲藩の歩
But
兵
I will continue streaming the game.
木星
I
大
can
砲
stream it like every weekend even.
騎馬侍
Because I benefit from it and I have fun engaging with you
木
guys, so
星大騎馬侍
it's a win-win.
素晴ら
I
しい
barely have
計
any
画で
units
す
left. I think he's got this. I'm gonna pull back. He's gonna shoot me. Oh, he tried to charge me. Okay. Luckily, I pulled back then. Forming attack column. I'm gonna go shoot. Oh no, he charges my front and kills me with shock. I feel like frontal charge damage doesn't do anything anymore. It used to do a lot more, be a lot bigger penalty, so I have to go test that out. But yeah, the frontal charges don't seem, they used to be really, really penalizing. Now I just see dudes frontally charge you and just wipe you out. But he did have shock, but that only gives you an extra 2 points of damage.
騎馬侍 反の騎兵
Let's see.
木星大砲
Yeah, I'm
王将
so out
兵
of
木星
units.
大砲彼らがそれに気づくことはないでしょう
Mihai's got it. Yeah, multiplayer can be very intimidating. It's tough. But I did pick the hard. Actually, this is ranked as the hardest faction in the game. So I hope your experience isn't as difficult as mine in this case. If you play enough games, and if you guys are all playing and you're all new, then you're gonna get on average some newer players mixed in with more experienced. But that's the only way you learn as well. Just playing against people in multiplayer, not being shy about it, and just testing it out. See, that was like an overstack of damage. Actually, was it 3? So it's 1. You know, I think that damage was actually correct. Because you did a side shot on a vulnerable unit, so it did 4 damage, 3 to finish him off, and then 1 to kill a reserve line. So that damage calculation was correct.
騎馬侍
The samurai are so resistant, man. They're gonna die here, but they're so fun to use.
木星大砲王将兵
What's funny about this, I can't lose based on percentage of units lost. He has to win based on objectives.
すぐにでも
Cattle Dog says, the sad truth is you have to make a Total War style RTS. Turn-based games aren't very popular for YouTubers. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anybody I've asked, they don't like it because it's turn-based. That was like the biggest mistake with the game, is we did it turn-based. People don't like turn-based, and that's the end of the story. That's like a non-starter for most people. But then if we ever do, thing is, I don't have I used all of my savings to build this game, hoping that it could at least break even, but it didn't come close to that. So starting another project is going to be difficult for us, starting another game project. But if I have the opportunity to make more games in the future, then I will definitely stick to more real-time and more mainstream systems, which are going to be more appealing to people. Yeah, I think that would just work out better.
王将兵
These guys are melee only. They've got pole arms, so I can't even shoot with these guys. They have spears.
木星大砲
Alright, this is all we can do. We've got like
賢
nothing
明な
left.
選択です
He's just
大
gonna
将
bleed us the tickets. Ryan, I think, honestly, Ryan, I'm just happy I finished the game. I'm not obsessed over trying to get other people to play it. If people don't want to play it, then it's all good. Like, I made the game as a passion project. If I can't get famous YouTubers to play, I don't care. It's all good. It's just, it is what it is. I finished it. That's all that matters. I got to the finish line, and that's literally it. That's all that matters. I don't care if one person's playing this game tomorrow. It doesn't matter. It's just that we
木星
finished
大
it.
砲
And that's the most important thing. I'll surrender for you, Mihai. I don't want to make this painful for you, because I only got 3 units left. I'll surrender for you. There you go. Tough bet. Look at all the bodies, too. That is rough. And the objective. That stuff, all your savings, you don't sound like it doesn't even bother you that much. I used half of my savings to purchase a home and the other half to invest in a game. The home worked because I have a home in a nice area that I think will appreciate in value. So I've got a good investment to make money back. And then the game didn't work out too much, but I made some of the money back. And then if I just focus on my YouTube channel, then I can build back up to it. The main menu has a low FPS for you. I would definitely try to go into graphics, put the post-processing on low. The biggest other thing is turning shadows off. That's huge. And your unit count size, put on low. Veal, I actually sold my last home exactly 1 year ago. I sold it. It was a condo. I bought it for $200,000 and sold it for nearly $300,000. After only 2 years of living there, it appreciated $100,000 in value because I sold it at the height of COVID and every house in the area went up. of course, here's what that also meant. When I went to go move to buy my new home, I paid an extra 100,000 for my new home. So there was that. But it was cool getting a nice profit on the last home, on the condo I had. And then this home was more expensive, but I had more money coming in, so it was okay. And now I don't need to buy any more property. I've got a home that I'm comfortable living in for a very long time. I'm not going to say where I live, but I'm happy where I live. And I can just focus on working and building up a successful company. So, all right. Well, it was nice seeing you guys. This was a very long stream. I did not anticipate to go on for 3 hours. Let me see how many newcomers we got. We get any newcomers? Okay, yeah, that's a fair amount of new people. I can see the log of all the new people who joined. That's cool to see. I'll put one more invite if anybody else wants to join the server before I leave. And I will post also links to the game. And if you liked the Boshin War DLC, which just came out today, it's on sale. If you like it, I got a link for you. And what else have I got? I will give you a link to our development channel where you can see behind the scenes updates and music. Which is going to be right here. Okay. All right, I will see you guys later. Thank you for joining me. If you want me to continue that campaign, I can also do that later. All right, see you guys.